All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back to the Clockwork Nexus, where we do the dungeoning and the dragoning. Sometimes we just nerd out and do some RP stuff, and that's fun too. But we are here for another episode of Age of the Forsaken. Last time, some stuff happened. Who has a recap for us from last time? Anybody? Daniel? All right. What happened last time?
Apparently, I am designated note taker until our lovely KJ returns.
Well, you can do your best, but
I can do what I can.
KJ is a whole. She's a whole. They are a whole vibe. But anyway.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Last time on Age of the Forsaken, we were given a task to clear out a field, or someone who shall remain nameless could do some interesting favors to possibly get a liquor license on the way. They were boring, so we had to do mundane tasks. Turns out that that mundane task was one big dragon and two tiny dragons. To be specific, they were cave drakes, I believe. Two cave drakes and one large. No, yeah, two small cave drakes and one large cave drake.
Large cave dragon. Yeah.
Good news, no one died. Bad news, Vulcan did not punch a hole through him. Better news, I'm learning how to wizard. No, I'm not. It's a work in progress. New body, tail. It's all confusing.
So confusing.
Within that setup, we managed to get some money from the cave dragon. Thank you to Sibby. I believe that's who it was that found it. And I managed to find a dragon egg, which I almost cracked, to which now is in my bag of holding, to which will be moved later. But that's later. Maybe. We'll find out. Now we're on our way back to town to turn in our... I forgot what we were actually hunting for. Not mandrakes.
Gnolls.
Gnolls, that's right. The knoll hole. The no hole.
The no hole.
That's right.
That ain't got no knolls.
That's right. Ain't no knolls in the knoll hole. We managed to succeed in getting at least, I believe, 15 ears, is what you said.
15 sets of ears, yeah.
15 sets of ears at 5 gold a set, I believe was what you said, or a piece. So there you go. That's basically what happened. Now we're on our way back.
All right.
7 dwarves it up.
All right. Sweet. There it is. There's our recap. And now before we get into it, we're going to go around the table and do introductions, starting with, Patrick. Patrick, introduce yourself, please. You're muted. Can't hear you.
Am I muted now?
Nope.
Okay. I'm Patrick, also known as Castlevania 86 on the internets. I am playing Marion Ravenwolf in this campaign, the party's sorceress, and I do magic-y stuff. Sometimes.
You try. I think my desk is breaking, but that's okay. All right, Ken.
What is up?
Let's
see, tonight. So apparently, I thought it was Friday.
Yeah.
And forgot what I'm playing tonight. That's what happens with old age. We have determined this, that my mind is out there, but I'm taking that I'm not gonna say disability, but that inability to be able to recall things, and I throw it straight into the character that I play right now, which is Skip Tracer. He's a little twisted in the head. He's got a lot of things rolling around up there. From last week, he's got even more things rolling around up there. because now he's got a brand new set of 6 people living in his head, rent free. I guess that's the catchphrase with all you cool kids out there,
Rent free.
rent free, whatever. And yeah, so 6 more people living in my head. But we're gonna be we'll see what happens tonight. I may implode and have an aneurysm.
That is true. You very well might. All right. Lovely Lily still with us for another couple weeks, I think.
Yes, hi. I am Lady Lily. I'm Lady Lily in every platform I enter, so just across the board. I make myself easy to find. I'm playing Sibi, who is a slightly unhinged, very incompetent, but very positive thinking, if you consider what she considers positive thinking, rogue.
That was a statement, which was comprised of words.
That's
all right.
the energy for the night. I'm sorry.
That's all good. All right, so then that brings us to Charles, who might say actually like 3 or 4 words in his introduction.
Yeah, hello, I'm Charles, and I'm once back again playing Vulcan, your friendly neighborhood Goliath cleric.
That's the most we've heard him talk yet, and that's okay. And last but not least is the wizard, Mr. Brizanald. Daniel, who you at?
Hi, my name's Daniel, formerly known as Human Wizard. Now I'm Dragonborn Wizard, Rizzamond. Here to provide lack of fireball when needed, because I can't wizard properly. Hence why I'm trying to wizard. That will be a shirt. Don't worry about it.
I'm trying to wizard.
Trying to wizard. I haven't got the... Yeah!
Working on it. All right, and that makes up our party for this evening. So to jump into it, as I said, you guys, we're doing this task because Chip needs to get a liquor license for the Drunken Dragon, which you guys found out was formerly a brothel, isn't anymore. But we'll see how that plays once you guys get to open it. Because you guys are opting to not get the prostitution license, so that's okay. But you guys did that to get that. You got the evidence that the knolls have been cleared out. And Chip decided to go a little ahead of you guys because he knows that he's got a lot to do on that honey-do list he got from Gwenny to get the Drunken Dragon open, in which case then we can start making rolls for how much money you guys are making passively. So he, like I said, he went out ahead of ways. The rest of you are kind of taking more of your leisurely time at his insistence. Everybody's passive perception. I know Sibi has a 22, and that's the high point. So I'm going to need active perception checks from everybody, and we'll do an average here.
Me too, or do I pass this?
Yeah, everybody, because this is an active perception check, not a passive.
That's a natty 1 for a 6.
Beautiful.
I'm too busy focused on putting my egg into the sleeping bag.
I am so glad that I heard that.
Secretly.
15.
Oh, you didn't say that.
I said it. I said secretly,
so
and you said
15.
I'm glad I heard it.
15, and Charles, what'd you get?
23.
23. Okay. Skip.
Oh, let's make it a 7.
7. Okay. So yeah, you guys don't notice anything out of the ordinary. Everything seems fine. You definitely don't notice any people taking notice of the screaming pink dragonborn awkwardly trying to fumble an egg into another sack. Now, here's the thing. is that this egg is kind of big. Right? Kind of big. Bigger than that. Yeah. Big. It's big. So you do succeed in getting it in the bag. Now, whether you did it secretly or not, you don't know. But you guys are walking back up to the city gates. I believe the north gate. And when you guys left, you noticed that there were just a couple guards, like, you know, kind of one on each side of the gate that were just kind of leaned back against the archway out of the city. You guys notice upon walking back that there are quite a few soldiers that are out there waiting. And they're kind of watching everybody. And when they see the quite tall pink dragonborn, you notice that all of them kind of seem to be keying up on him.
I go
So,
around. I go around the guards and just enter the city.
Okay.
I fly casual, just keep walking.
Okay. Sebi and Vulcan, what are you guys doing?
Well, like Sibby will notice the guards looking, I think, and then might notice the guards looking, and then like look to turn to see what they're looking at, and be like, and then in a show of solidarity, choose to walk next to Riz in case she has to do
The other
something.
two are like, fuck you guys, I'm out. Sebi was like, I'll stay back here. All right, cool.
Oh, hey.
It looks like it'll be more fun back here. I don't know. It's about to be a fight.
And
I'm
Vulcan,
ready for a fight.
what are you doing?
I'll just slightly, walk past them and just wait like a little bit past
Okay.
them for the other to come up.
Okay. And Riz, how are you proceeding?
Do I notice them try to square up?
I would say it's pretty hard to miss the fact that they are bird dogging you pretty hard.
Okay, am I walking up and they're just like eye to eye staring at me the entire way with scowls,
Yeah.
or am I like against them at this point?
Well, they're wearing helmets, so
I could see. Can you see a scowl through it? Well, I guess not.
can you see a scowl through that?
Yeah, slits.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Is this a scowl or am I looking at you curiously?
Vibe check.
Go for it.
Ooh, that's so much better. That's a 24.
24?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are 100% looking for you. And you get the feeling that it's with purpose.
Okay. Secondary question: did I ever hear back from Estrella?
Not yet.
Okay. I don't know. I haven't done anything, so I have no reason to assume that they would be after me.
Okay.
So just kind of mind my business and keep
Okay.
going with a prepared action, I suppose.
And what is this prepared action that you want? And what is the action and what is its trigger?
Give me 2 seconds and I'll let you know.
I am so getting a guard battle ready for you guys.
I picked up on that.
I mean, I don't have one made, but seeing as how that is the current vibe in which I am getting.
Okay, so the action is going to be disguise self.
Okay.
To change into one of the guards.
Okay, just so I understand what you're saying. Okay. Even though you are already in plain view of the guards, your goal is to
Look, I'm gonna make it plain here. My goal is to Monty Python this. I'm going to change into a guard, and I'm going to confuse the guard by saying I'm a guard. And roll a deception check. Or would that be deception? No.
It would be.
Yes.
Okay, so
The only
So-
thing is I haven't.
I'm
thought
gonna
of
keep.
that yet.
I'm gonna keep walking around the back. Just keep on walking.
oh, you would.
Sibby's
around the
pretty
bottom.
much already has hand in pocket dagger ready because this is clearly going to go down.
Sure.
I love
So
Marion's just fireball.
So about 6 of these guards are approaching you. And they kind of put their hand out to stop you, and you apparently disguise self.
No, not then. That was the problem. I hadn't thought of a trigger yet, so I can't
Okay.
really say I'm preparing an action, so don't
Right.
worry about it.
Okay.
Because I didn't think of a trigger, so don't worry about it.
Right. Okay.
I tried to stop.
So-
I'm still pink.
So these 6 guards are approaching you, and they kind of like put their hand up for you to stop. And how are you responding to that?
I'm gonna stop at least 5 feet away,
Okay.
out of grabbing distance,
hmm
and just politely ask, "May I help you?"
Yes, sir. We have gotten a tip that you are in possession of an illegal dragon egg.
What would constitute an illegal dragon egg?
Any dragon egg of any kind whatsoever.
So any
Possession
egg
of
is
dragon
illegal?
eggs are illegal.
May I ask why?
Because having a dragon within city limits would be highly unsafe.
That would
But
make
he's
sense.
a dragon.
Okay. He is a dragonborn, not a dragon.
Still a dragon.
That was the
So you're
most
saying I
blunt thing
can't be
I've
within
ever-
city limits?
This is starting to feel a little prejudiced.
I think you're being racist right now.
Dragonborn are not dragons.
Dragons are born.
We have it on good authority that you are in possession of a dragon egg. Are you going to consent to us searching your belongings? Do you deny this claim? Or are your pathetic attempts at claiming racism your best argument?
Not pathetic. They're pretty justified.
They are not. Because anybody
100%.
with any kind of a logical sense knows that dragonborn and kobolds are not dragons.
I have scales. Dragons have scales. I have a tail. Dragons have a tail. I have wings. Dragons have wings.
He makes a point.
He does not.
I do.
So you hear from a distance. It's not racism. It's called speciesism. Get your fucking terminology right, dipshit. And keep walking.
So now you are noticing that there are about 12 guards.
Just here.
They are keying up on you because you are being difficult.
Are they still within 5? I'm not being different. I have yet to do anything. Are they still 5 feet away from me?
Most of them.
Or is Sibby to my side?
Sibby is at your side, and
How
Vulcan
far-
is
How far past
Beyond
the guards are Vulcan?
He's just behind the guards.
Like just behind?
I will say that you do notice with your passive perception that wearing official looking robes, you do see a pair of mages that are there too.
pair of mages.
Man, they really.
And may I
Really
ask
wanna
what
talk to you.
they're here for?
Well, if any of you magic users choose to do anything,
Magic users?
Humble guard.
Magic users?
We
Are
need
you
What was
are
with
you
the
no-
tone?
are you trying to do that right now? Really? Dragonborn? Dragons not
Make
allowed
a
in the
con save
city.
for me.
Kobolds not allowed in the city. Now
Make a-
magic users. Oh,
Make a con save for me.
yeah, sure. $22.
22. Okay. Didn't beat it. As you see one of the stronger looking mages slam his staff on the ground, and suddenly your mouth is bound, your hands are bound, and you are forced into a kneeling position.
Same for me, or I just saw this happen.
Well, he's the one that's talking, so. But I will say that, Riz, in your quick thinking in this moment, you realize that this particular wizard, or mage, I should say, is one that is strong enough that you should think really long and hard about fucking with. But I will say that and that only. What you choose to do from here is
You
up to
said I
you.
should think long and hard about fucking with? Like, as in he is a lot stronger than I am? Okay. Good, continue.
That
I'm
seems
sorry.
a bit excessive, though.
Well, when somebody is trying to smuggle an illegal dragon into the city, we take it very seriously.
He's never said he was trying to smuggle anything. You guys just started accusing, and he was asking why he was being accused. Technically, the line of the
And you
whole
see him
point of the conversation
In my-
was
Yeah,
not
in my
whether he
ear-
had it or not.
in my earring, in my little earring to everybody. What? If they're accusing you of bringing it into the city and say you can't have it in the city, how about you just turn around and exit the city? Because
Into the ear. That would be admitting he has it, though.
but Sibby should be able to get you into the city on other ways.
So my hands are bound,
Mhm.
but I can still can I still cast message?
That requires a Semitic component, doesn't it?
Let me confirm.
It's both.
Because if it's Semitic, that means hand gesture, so that would be a nope. But as you guys are having this conversation with the earpieces, two of the guards do come up and start taking his bags off of him.
Before they do that,
Mm-hmm.
let me ask this. Before they do that, can I use my wings? That has nothing to do with Semitics or speaking.
You could. But actually, no, let me look up the thing in here.
Do I have an idea on how long the restrictions will last?
You are considered paralyzed in this moment. So I would say no. And because you're paralyzed, that doesn't mean you don't think. You get the strong feeling that while this mage is paying attention to you, and there are two of them, as long as the one that kind of slammed his staff is paying attention, yeah, this is going to be a thing.
It's very evident that to Sibby that they might be out of their depth, but she's still standing there, waiting
So
to attack.
do you make any motion or anything to stop the?
I'm I'm protesting it in a sense. There's be like, you guys shouldn't be doing that. He never said you could. You guys are just doing this without his permission. This is not okay. Like yeah, that would be Sibby. However, I can't. No, there's not enough. There's too many of them for me to charm because I have charm, but it's like that's too many of them.
There are 12 of them.
And that is too many. It only says one person.
Well, miss, I'm sorry if you are thinking that you are in a land where consensual searches are something that are like, you have to consent to be searched here. You don't. If somebody has it on plausible authority that they are in possession of something, we can search you, and we take the import of dragon eggs very seriously.
I don't know. This all feels shady.
Is
So
there any
does
way
somebody bringing a dragon into a heavily populated city.
Even if that were the case, how do you know that one, it would hatch soon, or two, that it would be a danger to anyone? How do you know? You don't know.
Can you name a single dragon that didn't kill people? And I mean dragon, not dragonborn, not kobold. I mean dragon. A dragon, a full-blooded dragon that didn't kill people.
Not
Right
personally.
home.
But I'm sure there are a few dragons that haven't hurt anyone, just like there are a few humans who haven't hurt anyone. I know lots of humans who have hurt lots of people. Should they not be allowed in cities too?
Murder is also generally condemned here.
I bet you've hurt someone, and that's okay.
Okay is a strong word. We try not to hurt people for no reason. And he looks down at you. Do you care to tell us which one of these bags it's in, or are we going through it?
I'm paralyzed. I can't speak. Right?
Well, it's just compliance.
Under your statement, I am paralyzed, mouth bound, hands bound. So your question is irrelevant.
Good point. Upon not hearing any objection,
That's all
you
you
see him
got.
reach into the bag of holding. But you can tell that he knows how a bag of holding works. So he goes in there and he's thinking, dragon egg, nothing comes out. He takes the slumbering satchel. That one he's a little less aware of. But upon opening it and looking in and seeing this extra dimensional space and seeing a dragon egg just chilling in there, what happens next is he does not pull out a dragon egg that is intact. He pulls out a partial dragon egg. And then you see a young, very small version of what you just fought jump out of the bag. And it goes to the guard standing directly next to Sibby, which is not the captain. And you see it latch on his neck and just start ripping him to pieces. You feel good about this. Okay. The next thing you see is that it
Can't
jumps
do
off
anything.
of the guard and onto just a normal civilian woman. And it rips her face off. And then you guys see it eyeing up her two kids. Is anybody doing anything?
I'll cast something at it. Jeez.
The guards aren't going to do anything?
No, the guards are all very stunned in the fact that this happens so quick. Your guys'
Firebolt.
reaction, your
Let's
guys'
do
reaction
firebolt.
speed is a little quicker than theirs.
Fine, I'll attack.
Hypnotic
with
pattern
On what?
on the Drake.
Okay. And I will say
Whatever.
I did roll attack rolls for all of the guards, and none of them hit it.
Now,
Okay.
now, granted, any
that is a perfect time for him to freeze.
Does the mage stop concentration?
I can't.
I would say at this moment, yes, he does. So
I can't
yes,
wait to get back to the inn.
well,
I came
I
in for a
decided that
dirty
you guys were
20.
dead set on fucking with shit. So,
Can I be the voice of reason for 2 seconds?
of course you can. I mean, it's a little late because this thing is out, but
Well, then never mind. I don't hear anything, and I just keep on fucking walking.
I mean, no, you'd hear screaming and yelling and
His statement is
See
he
people
doesn't
running.
hear anything and he keeps on walking.
Wait, so does a 20 hit it?
hold on, I'm just pulling up the thing now. Yes, it does.
It was 20 for the firebolt. So, oh, that's the
Arian's backstage.
D10s. Why don't I remember what one? It's this one, right? The D10?
Yes.
So wait, what happened to my hypnotic pattern?
Well, Sibby is popping something off first, and then we'll get to that. Because I'll be honest, this thing is a
7.
newborn, so
7 and 4 for 11.
11. Okay, so you hit this thing. You said firebolt.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you hit it, and it does not look at the children anymore. But it kind of turns its eyes back at you. And like I said, it is a very, very miniature of the big thing that you just fought. And it looks just ravenous right now. Like, as
just
it's
was
got
born.
some
Baby
blood
wants to
and
eat.
pieces of civilian chick just hanging from its jowls. All right.
We have a cleric right there. She'll be fine.
This is gonna be great.
Okay.
All right, so Marion, you said hypnotic pattern.
Yes, so everything in a 30-foot square where that Drake is has to do a 15 wisdom save.
Okay. Okay, well, the 4 guards around it they got on the dice. It is a 17, an 18, and 2 13. So they're all going to make it. Now this thing, its wisdom is much, much lower. That's a 12, so I think it's going to fail. What did you say the DC was?
15.
15? Okay, so yeah, it fails. The guards make it. So this thing is just kind of like shaking its head a little bit. It's kind of like getting confused and it's not liking what's going on. So anybody has a chance to get an auto crit on it.
Am I unbound?
Yes, in this moment, because like I said, he is distracted by the fact that
Cool. I'm gonna
that
get
dragon
up.
just ripped somebody's face off.
That's fine. I'm gonna get up, get my stuff, use my wings.
Okay.
I'm going to shoot it with Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Oh, hold on a minute. Let me make sure I can do this before I state things. After I shoot it with Eldritch Blast, can I fly off?
You can certainly try.
All right, I'm going to fly up. Let's see, what do I have? I got double movement speed, correct? No, I've got 30 feet of walking speed, so that gives me 30 feet of flight, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to shoot it with Eldritch Blast, so I get 2 bolts with that. So is that an auto crit?
Yeah.
For both of them or just one?
That's for both of them. So with that, because you got agonizing blast too. So yeah, there's no way you don't kill this thing.
Okay. I'm going to kill it, and then
Yep.
I'm going to immediately... Can I dash?
You can certainly try.
I'm going to immediately dash
Okay.
60 feet.
So as a reaction, the other mage is going to cast a spell, and I need you to make a wisdom save.
Okay. It's a nat 20 for a 25.
25. All right. So then you are able to fly away.
I'm going to.
But- So you've now done a move. You've done an action. Does using your wings constitute a bonus action, or is that a?
Yeah, that's a bonus.
Okay, so you used an action, a bonus action, and your move. So actually, I take that back. You would not have been able to dash. So you could move.
Oh, that's
30
right.
feet
Like,
away.
so I can
Yep.
move 30 feet. Okay, well, I'll
Yep.
move 30 feet. But it's I'll tell you what my goal is, and you can tell me the easiest route to get there. My goal is to go to basically the house. No.
So you're trying to go
No.
into the city.
Yes.
Okay.
But my goal specifically isn't to go to the house. It's to go to not where the guards are, but someone who I can explain the situation to.
I am confused. So you are leaving the group of these guys that are there to come to stop you, and their goal was to stop what just happened.
Yeah.
Your goal is to actively run from that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you, there's not gonna be an easy way to do that.
Would it
I
be
don't
easier
know
just to
about
stay
the life
there?
that you have lived, but I can tell you, resisting arrest is never
I'm not
a good
resisting.
thing to come.
I never was resisting to begin with.
Yeah, you was resisting. This is not
Running away.
resisting.
I was unjustly bound.
Said everybody at the rally.
I didn't do nothing.
I didn't do nothing.
Didn't lay a finger. I stayed 5 feet away.
Okay, so this is your course, though. You are trying to run away.
If there's not a way for me to do what I'm thinking, then I guess I won't.
Okay. So I will give you the chance then to not fly away. So what is your action at the end of your turn then? Because saying something is a free action.
It's $100.
You'll never take me alive, coppers.
Hold on 1 second.
Well, in the meantime, I got 12 rolls to make.
In the meantime, I'm ordering up something to drink.
I will say there is like a nice dwarven vendor that it has like ales and stuff for sale.
Yeah,
like,
I'm like totally. I got
maybe
I got
60 feet inside of the gate. Like,
yeah, I got a freaking thirsty ass freaking mug or whatever it is, and I'm just like this, just like watching what's going on.
As soon as the
Like pointing every once in a while. Hey, to bumping somebody's drinking with me. Hey, do you see that? Look at that! That chick got her face ripped off. Look at this guy. Oh my god, this is fucking hell on earth.
As soon
Okay.
as the Drake is dead, I drop concentration on hypnotic pattern. So
Okay.
all of the, and then I just keep walking along with Skip.
okay, if both of you are buying one of these huge ales, it's like in a curved horn. It's kind of like it's a curved horn mug, right? That has the bottom cut off and flattened, so like you can actually put it down. But it's about yay tall, and they sell them for 5 silver a piece.
Not a problem. I tip
And
him
it
a whole
is-
gold. I tip him a
Yep.
whole gold and pull out my picnic basket and I sit down and just watch the festivities.
So is Marion participating in this as well?
Yes,
Beautiful.
I stopped
What's
the
happening?
kids from getting murdered. I'm just walking
Okay.
on.
So Riz, at the end of this, do you do anything to try to get these guys to not be hostile towards you? What are you doing?
I'm gonna go with How badly injured is the guard?
Bleeding from the neck, so about to be dead.
Can I do a medicine check to resolve that situation?
Go for it. Vulcan, what are you doing in this moment of seeing this woman just got her face ripped off and this guard bleeding from the neck?
That's a 17, by the way.
So a 17 with your medicine check, you absolutely tell like this guy's carotid is severed. Like he is not long for this world in his present state. That's what your medicine check is able to deduce.
Marion, that guy just squirted blood out of his neck 64 feet. Look at that.
Is there anything within reason that I can do?
Put him out of his misery.
Put him out of his misery, or call your cleric friend that is like not far away.
That's true.
Oh, fireball. Use fireball because it'll cauterize the wound.
If I put Eldritch Blast right at a corner where I don't hit the guard,
Blast his head off.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna ask Vulcan for some help.
Okay.
I'm gonna owe him big time.
Yep. So Vulcan, what are we doing?
I would socially. He's on the floor, right, bleeding out. I'll
Yep.
slowly approach him. You know, they want to startle these guys more than they have to, and just be like, "Hey, me here to help." You know, like
I'm gonna be holding my hand
I'm
on the carotid.
holding up my holy symbol. You know, I'm a healer, kind of thing, and you know, pick up the lady and get him closer. I think because of I'm gonna use. Bad. It was pretty bad, right? So
The woman is dead.
right.
The woman is currently without the front half of her skull.
Oh, fuck. Now Riz is a murderer.
Hey,
Brain
Skip,
killer.
what do you think Chip and Echo are going to say to this?
Well, you know, I was thinking, Marion, that I would just kind of just walk on by because we're supposed to be making friends in the town that we live in, and we got like a bar and then a big manor and all kinds of cool shit, and then Riz likes to touch stuff all the time, and I was just like, well, that's just Riz being Riz.
Look, I wasn't going to let something happen to the kids. I wasn't fast enough to save the lady. That's Riz's problem.
Well, you know, I'm sure that those 12, well, maybe 11, but 12 guards and the 2 mages will be more than happy to come to the defense of Riz because he was really polite. Riz, he was polite.
I see why they don't want to drag him
Don't
in
mind
this
me.
city.
I cast Cure Wounds on the guy,
Okay.
and
So as you cast your cure wounds, you do see like this spurting, bleeding bite wound does like kind of like close up, and you see like kind of the color return to his face a little bit as he's like grasping at like your robes and your armor, like with and look beyond thankful.
you know, I've stabilized him for now. But you might want to have some people of yours take him to go get treated for the rest. And
Therapy.
then, I don't know if you guys want to, you know, talk this out. It's obviously a misunderstanding because we gathered these dragons, and I throw my sack down, then kind of open it that has like the mom's head in it. Plus the other 2, like we were,
Okay.
you know, we had a government contract actually, and these were, you know, part of the, you know, something we weren't planning on, you know, and
So
if you don't
at
mind,
that,
I
the
want to
guard
help
will sit
somebody.
there and say, "I understand you guys had a contract to kill dragons. This is not anything out of the ordinary. But where in the blue fuck did you guys think it was a good idea to bring one of the angriest and most untamable creatures in this entire world into a heavily populated city that is filled with the majority of people being just commoners. Why would you think that that was a good idea in any stretch of the imagination?
Well, how do we explain the nest that we saw? Is there no disposal unit in this town? I think your bigger concern is
But
just
we
about
don't
more
bring
than the wind.
dragons into the city. That's all. We understand dragons exist. We don't actively bring dragon eggs, which can hatch, into the city. That's not a thing that happens. And why?
Till
He
today.
looked right at Riz. Is because of this. Now you're lucky that your cleric friend has managed to spare the life of this guard, and that he is. Are you working on bringing the woman back?
Yeah, I was just waiting. So
Okay.
since she's
Yep. And I understand.
What's her face? Her face is gone. Cure wounds. It cures everything.
Nope. Technically, Revivify will bring her back in perfect condition with 1 hit point. But so, like, he
That's
kind of
probably
like
all she had anyway.
commoner. So yeah, I think they got 4. But anyway, so Riz, he sits there and looks at you and says, "Yes, your cleric friend is making it so that at least murder isn't outright on the charge here, but this is something that you are gonna have to answer for. This is why we don't do this, and no amount of fake accusations of racism or any kind of pseudo justification will make up for the fact that this is on you."
What town was this again?
Oh, your guys are back in Osatona, the
How did you
capital.
guys even know?
We got a tip from a group of rangers that were out in the woods. They saw you guys. They recognized dragon eggs from a mile away.
So
With
we
all
have a
due
murderer in our party and an ex-war criminal too.
Are you guys really throwing Chip under the bus without him?
Well, he's an ex-war criminal. He got astonished of all his charges, but at one time he was a war criminal. But he's not number 1 now. Riz with murder is in the lead.
I
They
didn't.
brought her back to life.
Yeah.
She's fine.
Trauma.
Dude, I am
Emotional
sorry, but that is like the
damage.
justification of I didn't
Accessory,
cheat.
I'll give. But
I didn't
But
murder,
did
cheat.
I
you
did not.
die? Yes, I did.
No.
But then I was brought back to life. So
No,
you're
that is-
fine.
Okay, to me, that's like saying I didn't cheat. I only gave him a hand job. Like, to me, that doesn't hold water. Like,
Look, I cannot be held to murder, but accessory maybe.
okay.
That's not what I say in the game. That was
I was
fully
gonna
fourth
say
wall.
that's a bold statement
That
to
was
make.
fully fourth
but okay.
wall, not in the game.
Got it. Understood.
My state, I guess. The guard,
Can I
the
give her
guard
some
has-
money for her troubles?
If you want to, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna give her 20
So
gold.
you take 10 minutes and you revivify her and you watch her face, like, just, it kind of like gets clouded in this light, just this radiant light. And then when it fades, like, her face is back. She is terrified. She fully remembers everything that happened. But it's there. She, if you throw her some gold, like, she appreciates it, and she immediately gets approached by the guards who look for her to make a statement because they're building their case against Riz.
Sibby walks over to Vulcan at this and be like, "See, everything's fine. At least they get to have parents."
So what is Riz saying in his defense to try to avoid being put in?
Post-traumatic dragon disorder, PTDD.
Distress, dragon distress.
Disorder. Well, she's probably not going to hang around dragons after that.
You could scratch that one off of being at the Busty Hippo for you.
If you have PTDD, you get a free drink. I am what was the question that was specifically asked?
I'm saying, what is your, because they're basically saying, why would you think this was a good
Oh.
idea? What are you saying in your defense to keep you from being put like straight up in a dungeon right now?
With all fairness, based on my calculations, that egg should not have hatched as early as it did.
What
Following
what
that-
calculations is that?
Following that,
Considering, I would like to add, I did say the other 3 eggs did hatch, or the
Yeah,
other
I know
2
that.
rather. The other 2
Oh.
eggs did hatch.
they don't know that.
Okay.
Not right now, but they don't know that. That egg was going to be dispatched as soon as possible.
Did you not have an opportunity to do so before transferring it from a bag of holding, which would have killed it, to this whatever this is, which apparently was sustaining it?
Oh, I have that back.
Hmm?
Remember, I picked up my items.
Okay.
It is.
Well, you can pick up whatever you dropped, but the captain is still holding your bags.
Oh, I thought they were just on the ground.
No.
No, I'm not worried about it. I can assure you that this mistake will not happen again. Not for many ever.
Many ever.
Many evers. Listen, I just got turned into a dragonborn. I'm confused. But the egg thing has nothing to do with that. I'm actually 60 in human years. I was a 60-year-old man before this.
Skip, do you
So-
want another drink? This is starting to get really good now.
So
Another round over here.
one of the mages comes up and you see him take his hood down, and he is a very official looking elf. He is very put together. Everything seems very neat. His hair is like just perfectly groomed and everything. It looks like this dude has not had a hair out of place at any point in his life.
Ew.
And you see the guard say, Magistrate Alaris, what is your decision? What shall we do with this man? And he
Magistrate Dolores. What was the name of that wizardry? I can find it. Hang on. Please continue.
all right. So Alaris sits there and looks at you. Well, you are fortunate that your friend avoided the death of these 2 individuals. One of them a complete innocent.
Yes, I owe
The
him.
price must be paid. You shall pay 2,500 gold in restitution to the family of that poor woman, and you will pay another 1,500 gold for the infraction of bringing this creature into the city. And if it ever happens again, you are being warned now.
Magic Consortium. Yeah, that's what.
You are being warned now. If you try to bring any creature like this into the city again, and it takes a life in a similar fashion, your life will be forfeit. Do I make myself clear?
I will bow my head in acknowledgement. What was her name?
Magistrate Ilaris. You did not get a last name,
That's fine.
but I will tell you above game. It is Ilaris Testra. Testra.
You said Alaris?
Elaris. Elaris. And that's actually a dude. My bad. That's a dude.
Still a magistrate.
Yep. And you guys know the magistrates are kind of they're like a circuit court judge. Like a city judge. And you notice that there are some from the Magi Consortium actually that are already taking away the body of this dragon that was hatched, and they're like taking it, like loading it into something and like taking it away, probably to study it.
That's where I was going to take it, was the Magic Consortium. Above game.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll just bow my head in acknowledgement to Mr. Alaris, confirm, and then just ask to whom or to where do I need to pay these dues?
You can make your payment to the city at the courthouse, and she kind of points towards the city center, and it stands above most of the other buildings as kind of a typical kind of picture a Greek-looking courthouse type building with the big pillars out in front of in the front of it, and to the woman, you get her name as Zilma, Zilma, Cold Gleam, Coldgleam.
Hey, Marion.
Is she standing up?
Well, she's kind of sitting with some of the guards and the other magistrate, but she is conscious.
Okay, so she's available to walk over to.
Sure.
I am. You said 2,500.
Yeah.
And 15 to the city.
Yep.
Okay.
And if you can't pay it all at once, there is a way to pay overtime.
No, I believe it or not, saved gold. Not for this, but saved gold.
Nice.
To be clear, this was not the plan.
Why is the party broke now?
To be fair, no, different. No,
KJ
this
is going to
not
yell
out of-
at you.
This is not out of the party fund.
Got it.
This is out of my fund. I've saved money.
Got it.
Again, to be fair,
To be
This was
fair,
this was not the reason.
this was
Um,
not the reason.
I am going to remove 3,000 gold
Okay.
with the guards and the magistrate. Well,
Okay.
I'm going to ask for my bag back. Then I'll remove 3,000 gold. And
So as
then,
you go to take out the gold, you notice that amulet falls out. The amulet that has yet to be named. And at which point, Marion, your attention is actually drawn from all the way over there as this moment of kind of similar to Pirates of the Caribbean, right? Where it just kind of, but you are the only one that feels it. As this amulet just kind of ching, 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 kind of falls out.
I will get up and cautiously walk over to said amulet
Okay.
and pick it up.
And as you do, you start hearing these faint whispers, not in any tongue that you can discern. You can't tell what is being said because you can't quite hear fully formed words, but you just hear all of these whispers of these voices as you pick it up.
I just kind of look around.
But
Like,
there is
just-
no obvious source where those would be coming from.
I kind of look more closely at said amulet.
Okay.
We'll do an perception on it, or yeah.
Okay. So
11.
what are you trying to perceive exactly? Like,
Well, here we'll do a vibe check on it. We'll do a
Okay.
vibe for 11.
11? Much to what Vulcan is saying in the chat. Yes, it is an amulet. It is definitely an amulet. And then, to quote SpongeBob, evil. That's as far as you get.
Was I? Because I think wasn't I supposed to identify it?
But you never did.
I did. You said you had to come up with a name.
Yeah, well, now I got it.
What?
But either
Okay.
way, this is his thing now.
You murdered people. You deal with
You
that.
murdered people. You lose the ability to get cool shit.
I'm not trying to get cool shit. I'm just trying to tell him the name. If I would have identified it.
Actually, no. I'll say it this way. Even as you were trying to identify it, you came up with the fact that yes, this thing is absolutely magical. It is powerfully magical, but you don't know what it is exactly.
Can I suggest that Marion and I take a trip to the Magi Consortium?
Well, let's see what she wants to do with the information in which she is getting.
I was just saying in general.
So you are getting the vibe of this thing is strong, it is powerful, and it is evil. And I will say, like, you do notice that it has this kind of smooth obsidian sphere in the middle. It does kind of seem to almost pulsate with this kind of dark energy. And encasing this sphere is this delicate lattice of kind of what looks like celestial silver, meticulously worked into this intricate, almost hypnotic type pattern. And kind of like right below this kind of obsidian sphere. And again, it's small, but you notice that there is kind of this jeweled set of, like, it's supposed to look like a book that is opening.
I'm about to send you a DM.
God damn it.
Hey, I'm telling you to.
I mean, yeah, you're telling me, so at least there's that, but for our audience, what are you doing with this information in which you have?
I run off to the Temple of Lysandra with amulet in tow.
Okay, does anybody follow Marion?
Again, if I have a passive perception of 22, I probably would have noticed this also.
So you're just saying, so Sibby is just the most ADHD rogue ever, and oh, they're going that way. Here I go, and like you just follow.
When I like the people around, yeah,
Okay,
she does. But yeah, she would just see, kind of like slap Vulcan, like, hey, kind of like, you paying attention?
Hey.
Okay, up. It's like I'm paying attention that they're moving. We move because I don't know where we are.
Okay, so
we're
Riz,
supposed to
what
go.
are you doing with the rest of the gold as
Also,
you see
what time
Marion to
what time of day is this?
well, you guys left kind of, I guess, in the morning, I think. So you guys are
No,
probably
it was afternoon when we fought
Was it?
the drakes.
Okay, so then by now it's like evening. So the street torches or the street lamps are being lit, you know, with not torches, the little candle things, you know what I mean? There's a name for those guys that did that, but I can't remember what they are. So
Lamplighters?
is it just lamplighter?
I don't
thought there
know.
was another
I don't
name.
know. It just seems
We have
That
the power
probably
of
is it,
movement.
because there was
there's
actually
probably a fancier name, but
there
essentially
is for one there is, and that is the word I'm looking for. But lamplighter probably does work because if you guys didn't know, a little history lesson for you. A job title that you could have back in the day is the job title of knocker upper. And what these people would do is they would walk around two houses with a big stick that could reach up to the second story window. You would point out which window is yours, and they would come and tap on your window until you wake up, as they were basically an alarm clock. Now you
Lamplighter
know.
or gaslighter, by the way.
A
Those are the
gas,
names.
the gaslighters are out.
Lamplighter or gaslighter.
There's also Link Boy, by the way.
Anyway, point is, they're out. They're doing things.
so it's dark.
It's starting to be pretty dark, yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but I could use a drink.
Well, currently you are chasing after.
I can still want a drink because I'm chasing after Marion.
Oh, okay.
That could just be a thought that's going
That's-
through her mind. Be
that's
like, yeah, I
what-
could really use a drink.
As Sibby goes running by, I put out my mug like she's in a marathon, and like, go Sibby, go!
Do I catch up to Marion or do I just like follow?
Yeah, I mean,
Do I sense that she's behind me?
I am really sneaky. Like I have a 10 plus 10 in stealth. Like I am pretty sneaky. And I'm sober. So it's a good chance I might actually be hidden from you. That's up to the DM though.
are you booking it like full, like sprint?
Not full
No.
sprint, but like I'm walking with a purpose or a pep in my step.
There you go. Then yeah, I'd say absolutely. Then yeah, you can catch up to her.
Okay, so I would catch up to Marion and just be like, something's up. It could be good, it could be bad, but something's up. And that's all I give her.
I need to have somebody look at this.
Okay.
I'll
you
meet,
did
I'll
the-
meet
the-
you all back at the manor later.
Are you sure you want to go by yourself? Because everyone's over there, and I think they're starting to drink. And I don't think you're gonna get much help from them afterward.
Well, one's
And
a
I'm still
murderer
sober.
anyway.
Alleged.
Alleged. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our quick bio break in the middle of this because my dog is freaking out because there's a thunderstorm out. So I'm gonna go chill him out real quick. But we will be back in about 5 minutes where we will resolve the rest of this. So yes, here we go. Going to intermission in 3, 2, 1, go.
You're muted.
Yeah. Fine, I'll do it all over again. Welcome back, everybody. Sorry about having to go quick like that. Like I said, my dog was kind of freaking out a little bit because there's a big old thunderstorm going out, and he's a big old baby. But he is all good with his blankie now, so we can jump right back into it, except for the fact that our wizard is currently not there. I do got to say, creeping in on his camera, though, that is a very fashionable hat right behind him, and I don't know why he doesn't wear it more. But anyway,
He's indoors.
so Ken is also indoors, and Ken is wearing a hat.
But he has a really bright light, so it makes sense.
There you go.
That
Anywho.
looks like the hat from the Muzan guy from Demon Slayer. Now I'm concerned.
I thought it was like a John
Michael
Hammond
Jackson.
hat.
I thought it looked like Belloc's hat from Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Anywho, so where we'll pick it up then in the moment is we will go to Marion and Sibby, who are currently walking up to the Temple of Lysandra.
So we go in. Hold on, let me see if I can find his name.
Are there any shops open? Like curio shops? Like ones that would have you know, those fancy carved wooden eggs like this big?
Okay.
Ostrich egg sized egg or something fancy. That's what I'm looking for the next 10 days.
I will say, as you are like just kind of wandering around, you do see a woodworker that is kind of starting to close up shop, and you do see something that kind of fits that description out on his on in his window display. So if you wanted to approach him, you could. So aggressive.
Yeah,
Anyway.
it's the small stuff. I'll buy one. Thank you. Bye.
Okay, so you can
What-
take out
7,000 gold. I don't care.
4 silver.
It's done. I already did it. It's a done deal. Bye.
Okay.
Was it Brother Sarian
I
at
don't
the
know. You
temple?
tell me. I just shoot out names and hope.
Sure,
that y'all-
it is Brother
Down.
Sarian now.
There we go. All right, sure. So,
I need
brother
to-
Sarian,
So I just kind of, and I'm like, I don't. Do you know what this is? This called to me, and I don't know what this is. It gave off an odd
so
feeling.
as you hold it up, like
Okay.
they look at it, and you hear him issue an order. Do you speak Undercommon?
I do not believe I do.
Okay.
No.
So you hear him like bark this order in this kind of like Klingon-ish type language. That's at least how I envision Undercommon. Kind of guttural and very just kind of primal. And you see somebody does come up. A hooded figure, but you do see the gray skin of on these delicate hands as they kind of come and they open this heavy metal box. It's very heavy, very very strong box looking thing, and he says, "Quickly, you must put this in the box. It is very unsafe, and we will deal with everything as later. Just please put it in the box. Just."
I put it in the box.
Okay, and they like slam it
They
shut,
really wanted to put that in the box.
and they like put chains around it, and all of this, and you hear him just take it down to the vault, resecure the vault. We must make sure that all of the amulets are accounted for. Make sure that none of ours have gone missing.
And you were just walking around with it. They put it in chains and everything.
Where did you find this?
Our wizard friend stumbled upon it.
And he just picked it
Damn.
up like it was nothing.
Yeah, he does that. He has a bad habit of it.
A wizard should know better.
He's
He's
an
still
odd-
learning to be a wizard.
What was it? And it when I he
It
dropped
was-
it, and like it seemed like all my focus went to it, and when I picked it up, I started to hear echoes in my head.
It is what is known as the Amulet of Eternal Whispers. There are several of them. They are very powerful, and you are coming to know Our Lady Lysandra and her mysteries and everything, but she is rooted in a place of good. Yes.
Yes.
And as you know in life, every yin must have its yang, so to speak. For every place where there is light, there is dark. On the other side of Lysandra lies her sister, Eldariel, who also believes in knowledge just like Our Lady Lysandra, but Eldariel believes that knowledge must come through sacrifice and torture, that you must pay dues in order to earn the right to knowledge.
Now you said there were several of these?
There are 7 that we have found. This would make 8, as long as none of ours are missing. These amulets, they let you increase your abilities. This is true, and they give you more abilities to use. But You have
Did
to
it
pay
whisper
a
to you?
price for it. It is yes, her whispers are heard from every one of these amulets. But as you wear the amulet, it drains your very soul into the amulet and it delivers it to her domain where you if you succumb to the amulet completely, you will be left there to serve her forevermore in a constant state of torture.
So it's probably good that I brought it here and didn't leave it with our wizard friend.
Based off of how you have described your wizard friend, yes, because he would have ended up completely in the amulet.
You'll probably hear of him in the next coming days if you hear of anything of an incident at the North Gate. It was him.
What does he like? Did he try to like kill somebody or something? Why would I hear of him?
It just happened like a little while ago. I don't think word is
Yeah, you'll-
around, Marion.
Oh my god, you are traveling with somebody that tried to kill somebody, aren't you?
Well, he'll probably spin it that it wasn't him.
And he wasn't trying.
Was it him?
Directly, no.
No one died. Everyone is alive.
Temporarily, they died.
It was for a brief second. It's like when your heart just
Yeah.
stops and then they push it back
As
together.
this
It's
this
fine.
priest guy is just looking at Sibby and just like,
I traveled with some unsavory people. Maybe that amulet wasn't such a bad idea.
no, the amulet is always a bad idea.
Mine's
Well-
already spoken for, so
And like, as so fuck
Wait,
it.
you have one of these amulets?
no, not
What
the
do you mean
amulet.
yours
Just that
is
my soul
already
is spoken
spoken?
for. They said that if you wear the amulet, your soul goes into the amulet. Mine is spoken for. That's all I said.
What do you mean your soul is spoken for?
This is how I know nobody actually pays attention. I talked about this at breakfast.
To everybody or to
I'm not sure anymore. It's been
I'm-
it's been a while since breakfast. I'm tired.
I'm fairly certain that was just to Skip, but
And Vulcan, but technically,
I
or
talked
and maybe
about
maybe Chip.
the chip.
Speaking of,
Yeah,
just
sorry, I
kind of
said
a
mom.
question, right?
Well, I suspected it, but couldn't put my finger on it.
yeah.
Okay, Sibby will just look at Mary and be like, "You're not the one I talked to, right?"
I look over it.
You travel with interesting company.
I figure it's Lysandra putting me to some kind of test.
Or it just might be that they are crazy.
Yes.
Vulcan, where are you? Did you follow us?
Well, yeah, I followed you.
Like a lost little puppy dog. Can I pet that dog?
Well, I'm glad that I could bring this amulet back to where it'll be safe and not fall into the wrong hands.
But where did you find this?
Riz had it. They were in fine hands. He
We
didn't even know it was there.
we were at a encampment of, I guess you would call them circus people essentially, but they were what their leader was. Oh, what was your boss's name again, Sibby?
I didn't really get one,
Yes, you did.
did
The
I?
the guy that ran the circus.
I know. Yeah, I know his name, but did Sibby get the name? Is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
you lived with this guy for a while.
No, he. Oh, that. I thought he
Oh,
was
that
talking about
guy.
the-
Not
I thought he was talking about
not
the-
your
I
new.
thought he was talking
Okay,
about the soul contract. I thought he was talking about
not
the
your
soul
new
contract. My
demon
bad.
daddy. Okay, not your new demon daddy.
Ew.
We're talking about circus daddy.
Sorry. All right. Yeah. I'm signing into my quest portal where I have. all
That's
that
where it
information.
was, correct? It was at
Sibby,
the it was
Sibby
at the
now has
circus.
to. Sibby now has to keep a track of all the bad daddy guys that are in her life.
Got
Wasn't
daddy.
it Malthar Mavis?
Thank you.
Yeah,
I was
There
just
was
trying to get
a-
over here. Yeah,
No.
Malcolm Reed.
And
I
you
took
see him like
notes.
you see him take notes of the name as he sits there, and he's like, "Now, as your cleric friend, and you can tell, generally the men of the cloth like me, we do not condone in the taking of lives, and we look at it as quite the tragedy. But I will say, if you find followers of Eldariel, they must be cleansed, for they will infect this world and bring upon terrible things."
When you say cleanse, do you mean like actually cleanse, like they are made clean, or
Or
do you mean dead?
or permanently cleansed.
Dead.
Well, we would prefer the former of those two, but if they do not go willingly, which we have found most of them do not, then we must do what we must.
If that's what the lady demands, that's what the lady will receive.
She would prefer there be another way, but unfortunately, Eldaria leaves us with very little choice. And I have to be honest, as a follower of Lysandra, if you find followers of Eldaria, they will not hesitate to kill you.
That's a bridge
A
we
lot
will
of black and
cross.
white in this part of the world.
Well, there's lots of colors. There's black, there's white, there's gray, there's red, there's blue, there's other blue, there's apparently pink. Where's their pink?
The wizard.
Okay, there's
He's
pink.
pink.
That is totally normal.
but
Point is,
he's
there are
not-
lots of colors. Apparently not. If he thinks that just picking up these random evil amulets and just throwing them in the bag is a good idea. This is
It's not the well. That may not be the worst thing that he kept in a bag. Again, you will probably hear the news in the morning.
I am both intrigued and terrified at the same time.
Yes, tomorrow morning's Hear Ye, Hear Ye.
Hear ye, murder at the North Gate.
I
Sorry.
thank you.
Attempted murder at the North Gate.
It's not
I-
attempted if you
I,
weren't
I,
trying.
I thank you again for your help, brother Sarian. If I come
Which is now
across,
canon.
Yes, now canon. I will report to you any more findings I find on this matter.
Please do, and as ever, go with the blessings of Mother Lysandra, and may you walk in her light.
I'll help them
vow-
kill them if they won't get cleansed. So
Something tells me you have helped kill a lot of things.
have you seen the world we live in?
Not much. I kind of live in the temple, I've been here since I was a child,
Well, that sucks.
can
I've been
It's the time
around.
of my life.
To confirm, it's canon
I'm a
that
73-year-old virgin.
that Chip turned, not Chip,
Uh.
that Marion turned it into a brother Sarian, correct?
Yeah, because I am a DM that totally pays attention to the
That
names.
name's written down, and I'm pretty sure that's
It's
it.
written down now. This is what it is.
For those of you watching at home, I rely totally on my party to give me names because I come up with a lot of stuff improv style right off the top of my head, and then it disappears just as fast.
Soon you'll meet
I
the
have
three
major
twins.
characters written down.
I'm sure, but soon you'll meet the three NPCs named Jingle, Heimer, and Schmidt.
Anywho. All right, so there's that. Then we'll cut back to Riz, who was currently trying to pay off one lady.
I wasn't paying off.
Then-
I was just paying my dues.
No, you were paying your restitution for
Yes.
your
alleged.
pet that came and mauled her face off.
So I'm gonna give 3,000 gold to Zelma Coldgleam and her children.
Okay. Get that in the quest portal so I can pay attention to it.
I've got it written down.
Yes, I know. I'm just pointing out the fact that there are two people that are not on quest portal yet, and it's you and Chip. And you need to fix
Hey,
it.
did you know that I'm also going to give 20 gold back to Vulcan?
Okay.
Well, there's no back. I'm just going to give Vulcan 20 gold because he
Okay.
paid, you know.
Yep.
And I'm also going to, and I did do that in front of all of the guards and the magistrate, by the way, not the Vulcan thing, but the
Okay.
gold to the lady. And I'm going to go to the, I guess, courthouse, the
Okay.
city center, city hall.
It is closed at the moment.
Okay, well, tomorrow morning I will go to City Hall and pay the 15. It was 1,500, correct? That's
Yep.
what I have written down. Yeah, the 1,500 gold. I've already taken it out of my thing, but I'm going to give my deepest apologies to Miss Coldgleam and her kids.
The kids are like uncontrollably sobbing like an hour later.
That's fine. They're sobbing later, but they're 3,000 gold richer. And proceed onward to where Skip was getting the, what were the giant horn?
The
glasses
giant horn glasses of ale.
And what were they, like 5 silver apiece?
Yep.
Cool. 15 silver gone. I want 3 of them.
Okay, and he sells it, but he kind of like does it begrudgingly, like kind of giving you a dirty look.
That's fine.
Skip, what are you doing?
Kind here.
I'm walking back. Is the bar that Chip owns, is that open?
Well, it's open to you guys. Not open to the public yet, but
It's being deep sanitized right now.
I was gonna say he got a lot of shit added to that honey-do list after he came home and told Gwenny exactly what it was.
I'm gonna cast dancing lights in the form of blue lights, like the ultraviolet spectrum.
Do you have?
It
you
lights
have
up like a
dancing lights?
Christmas tree.
I'm gonna go around in every room and just see what's going on.
Okay,
See if there's any
inspiration
Jack
to
Frost
anybody that gets this reference. What you get is a lot of what does blue mean?
It just lights up like Chernobyl.
Chernobyl. Yep. By the way, if you guys didn't know, because when they use ultraviolet lights to detect semen, it goes blue. And
Chip
for some reason, if you use an ultraviolet light on a platypus, the whole thing just constantly glows blue. So if you really want to have some fun, go look up a video and just put in what does blue mean? And you'll get amused. Anywho. Not right now, though. Right now, pay attention to us and what we're doing. So you are at the what did I say? The Drunken Dragon? And I will say Gwenny will serve you, they got some of their own like personal ale there that they will serve you, so you guys can drink there. So am I deducing that is where you guys are meeting up then?
Sure.
Okay. So you guys meet up at the Drunken Dragon. It is a closed bar, but they let you in and kind of like lock the door behind you. But you guys are sitting there in this empty tavern that is in the process of being cleaned up and refurbished.
So that was fun. I think that was fun. I that was the most I've done in a day in quite a while.
Was that a
Marion,
tattoo
where'd you
machine?
run off to with that amulet?
Oh, that was a cursed item that was very bad. That
And
had
you
to
Yeah.
knew about that and was just like,
They
oh,
put
I'll
it-
let Liz pick it up.
They put it in
Hey,
chains and
you have
everything.
a lot of room to talk. You pick up random magical objects all the time.
I picked up one random magic item, turned into a dragon, and this is all I get all the time.
You also unleashed a dragon that
I didn't unleash
temporarily
shit.
killed 2 people.
I
didn't
do believe that
unleash-
that the involvement of the guards contributed to that.
What if we would have stuck an injured companion in that sleeping bag with that thing?
Not the
Wouldn't
point.
that
That would have been great.
then it wouldn't have been the slumbering satchel. It would have easily
sleeping
been
bag of death.
the sleeping bag of death. Yes, but I would not have put an injured compatriot in said sleeping bag with a dragon egg.
Yeah. Keep going.
Besides, what happened. That was not my intention. My intention was to take it to the Magi Consortium and give it to my friend to let him experiment on. Experiment with, not on. He would have taken care of it and dispatched it in a heartbeat. And on top of that, Vulcan, I owe you greatly. Thank you.
No need to thanks. What are friends for? And all this reminds me of the cloak we had picked up that has yet to be seen. Which comes to my next point to reminds me we did pick up a cloak. I'll just pull it out and kind of like hand it to you.
Ooh, cool. I'm
Back
gonna
at the dragon cave.
place the cloak on the table in front of me and I guess begin identifying.
Okay. Um.
While that's happening, Sylvia would be just kind of drinking her drink, and she would start kind of humming, which humming would turn into like light singing while this is all happening.
So you identify this as a cloak of the inconspicuous rake.
Rank?
Rake. Rake.
Reich?
Do I know what that does?
Yeah,
Or do you just want me to look it up so I can explain it?
I got you.
Okay.
So this cloak is spun from a simple gray wool enclosed with a plain triangular copper clasp. While wearing this cloak, you can use a bonus action to make yourself completely forgettable for 5 minutes. A creature that sees you must make a DC 15 intelligence saving throw as soon as you leave its sight. On a failure, the witness remembers seeing a person doing whatever you did, but they don't remember its details or anything about your appearances, mannerisms, and can't accurately describe you to another. Creatures with true sight aren't affected by this cloak, and the cloak can't be used this way again until the next dawn.
I'm going to say it. It's going to give that description after I say this. Well, that would have been great 20 minutes ago.
It sure
then
would have.
Give the explanation of what it is. Followed by the, if you would like it back, here you go.
And here I have, I spent it. Sibby's kind of just in her little world.
Did you take the cloak back there, Vulcan?
Yeah, I'll take it back for now. And like I'll just hold it up and be like, since I don't know the group that well, your dynamics, then perhaps we can decide who would best go usage out of this. And then I put it back on the table, and I'm gonna go pick up like some rounds that they have at the Dragon Inn from Gwen.
Gwenning will just give you kind of just a basic dwarven mead.
Yeah.
And you guys kind of see Chip like wandering around in the background every once in a while, like just doing typically husbandly duties of just putting this together and cleaning that and blah blah blah.
Every time Chip walks by, you just hear the sound of
Mage hand with a whip.
yeah. Minor illusion of just a whip cracking sound.
Beautiful. Skip, what are you doing in this moment? Do you have anything to say to the party?
Food's coming.
All right. Anybody else have anything to do? Get us through tonight. What conversations are happening?
So you didn't even want to actually like keep the dragon. You just wanted to like have someone deal with it.
Actually, in all fairness, I had hopes that the dragon could be tamed in some way. I have a feeling that the guards meddling with it, or even myself meddling with it, didn't help. But
Yeah.
You know what?
was right. Those were
Give
definitely
me
one of
Riz.
the.
Give me a history check with advantage. And you know what? Because he's there, Hemi is giving you guidance, so add a D4 to it.
That is a 27.
So it's a 27. As you're saying this, and you think about all the history that you know of this world, that there has never, not once, ever been any kind of a story of a person attempting to domesticate a dragon that went well. They all ended in tragedy. Every single one. Because dragons are highly intelligent creatures, not at all meant to be domesticated.
I wasn't going to domesticate him for bad things.
It doesn't matter what you try to domesticate him for.
I'm still sticking with my statement. Amended a little bit, I suppose. Just with the added...
I could have been the one.
I could have done it. I'm now a dragonborn. Human turned dragonborn. I know what they go through. With the amended with the ending statement of, I know that there have never been a success with it. Maybe help from the right people could have been different.
I could change him.
I can change it. History is not one to hold me down.
Something that every woman that dates a bad boy has said. I can change him.
I can fix him, I swear.
I'll be the one to get through to him. Anywho,
I will thank Sibby for staying by.
You don't need to thank me. It looked like it was about to turn a little ugly. And then everyone just disappeared. I have no idea what happened.
What are we having for dinner there, Skip?
I ordered chicken and coleslaw.
So
All
I
right.
actually have a question for you guys. This is just out of curiosity. Have any of you guys ever sold your soul?
Drink just instantly spits out.
With that, I make my way straight upstairs and close the door behind me.
For real?
Is this a hypothetical selling of your soul?
Let's go with yes. Let's just
Insight
or more
check.
just
Help action.
it doesn't have to be like your literal soul. I mean, like if you ever
Okay, so roll that
18.
insight.
Insight.
Maybe you can
18.
roll against that with either persuasion or deception.
I'll keep persuasion.
I think it's persuasion, right? Pretty sure.
Yeah, but I hit a 6, so It's
So
double-
yeah,
So
as
that's
you're
what
sitting here
those
trying to
tats-
say like this hypothetically, like maybe, like not really, like the
So that's
bullshit
what
meter
those-
is just lighting up.
That's what those tattoos mean.
I'm not talking about tattoos. I'm asking a question so that I could try
Let
and figure something out, and
you-
it would be nice if you could just like answer the question, and then I would explain a bit more.
You sold your soul to some unearthly being. Is it the one that lives in the basement of the house?
No, this happened to. No, it's not whatever is under your basement, which by the way is nasty, but it's not what's under your basement.
It's Chip's basement, by the
You
way.
okay? I will say you have never been under or into their basement, because if you did, there'd be a whole experience for it.
But
I
I
mean,
could,
if you
and she can't ascertain that it's probably bad since there is
No,
something down there
because-
that power emanates.
because the thing that they did see, like if you would have went into the basement, you would have seen. Actually, what you would have seen is just a ale cellar, pretty much, like these casks of ale that are down there and like wines and everything. But
Mhm.
there is a sealed portal to something
Mm.
not good. But I mean, hey, if you really want to look into that, we can see, because you have not been warded yet, which I just realized, which means that opens up to all sorts of fun things.
Let me know if I'm getting
anyway.
possessed. I can make up that.
Your soul's already promised, so I don't know how that would work.
That's my soul, not my body, I would assume.
There would
They
probably
made
be
no
some
claim-
contractual obligations. I don't know how those pacts work. We could ask Chip.
Yeah, I already talked to Chip
And what was his reaction?
for me to read the entire contract on my own.
And did you?
Yes, obviously, at this point, I have.
Okay.
I'm dumb and incompetent, but I'm not that stupid.
What?
I
Now, I'm not
don't
very
regret it,
versed
though.
on these patron things. I think there's some good ones, but I think most of them are on the bad side. Did they give off the bad vibes?
I wasn't really focused on the vibes.
What did they
When-
look like? Was it a happy fairy? A weird
No,
thing floating in the sky?
he was blue.
Well, there's different kinds of blues. So a blue
Uh,
blob.
Yeah. No, sorry. That more like pointy with like flaming white hair.
Pointy.
Look, I wasn't fully focused on him
So they
when
had a
my
pointy
sisters were right
head.
there.
A pointy
No,
head.
they were just like no, they're like sharp. Like their features are sharp.
Like what features? Like they had a really sharp jawline?
Like sharp jawline, sharp horns. Think of it like that.
But drink spit out again. Like devil
Why are we
horn.
focused? Yes, like that. Yes. Again, I wasn't
I
so
just looked
focused
up
on him or the
Lysandra.
vibe.
Are you
at the time.
testing me?
Don't make her feel bad.
She probably doesn't feel anything. She sold her soul to a
No.
devil.
I
Look,
feel
was it
everything,
for a
and
good
I find that very
cause?
rude.
Was it for a good cause? What was the reason that you did it? Because there had to have been a reason. There's no way that it was just, oh, I just did it because.
Gwen doesn't have good hearing, right?
Why would you get that feeling?
Like, I don't want her to hear why I did it.
Well, whispering is a thing.
You also
there
have
is
the
no
earring, and
indication-
she doesn't.
There is no indication
Okay.
that Gwen doesn't hear good.
No, I mean like she's not like have super hearing like some of us do. That's what I mean.
No, there is
Okay,
no
thank you.
indication that she has any kind of super hearing.
Okay. I'll tell you, and you guys have to keep it to yourselves because I don't want them to know, or I don't want her specifically to know because I don't want her to think it's her fault. Because when she did actually kill my sisters, and I was given the choice to bring them back, so I took it. I don't really regret it, not because I don't feel anything, but because I feel everything.
You don't regret it yet. You
I'd like to
sold your
take out
soul
the-
to
I
a
don't know. I
devil.
don't regret bringing my siblings back. I'm sorry. I don't know how to make myself regret it. I can't. I'm just asking if any of you guys have ever gone through something similar, so
What
I
was
can
their
ascertain how I'm supposed to feel.
Time out. What was their feeling knowing that you sold your soul to a devil to give them life?
I'm gonna lean over to Marion and just say, they don't know. That's why she asked us to keep it a secret.
Well, I want to know if they know.
That they
don't fully understand, but they are in here if I'm ever close. So if I tell them, it won't be a shock to them. They'll like, we figured, kind of scenario.
So they'd be okay with you selling
don't.
your soul.
I do. It's well, Violet and Rory they've been sent back to before I left, physically and mentally, so they don't have as much memory of the bad stuff happening to them that made them attack me. So growing up, I was the main one that took the brunt of it. So they are, I wouldn't say the word sheltered, but I did what I could to divert attention. That, and I really was a terrible pickpocket.
I'd like to pull out the Lamplighter app and order me some mutton from down the road.
From down the road.
Yeah, like the restaurant that's right down the road.
Mutton's
You're-
RS.
Muttons are awesome.
Oh, okay. They don't really have that, but
It's called mutton chops.
Mutton butts.
okay.
In all seriousness, I'm just gonna say, no, I don't have.
I've
to my
never sold my
knowledge-
soul to a devil.
To my knowledge, I don't have any experience in selling my soul. However, if you did it for what you believe is a good cause, then there's, don't second guess yourself now. What's done is done.
But just remember, your actions have consequences.
Yes, and I'm sure that's part of what was explained in a tiny contract somewhere.
What do we call
Have
this
you
thing? Yes,
have
it
you
was-
read that?
Yes, I've read it. I understand that I could be pretty much told to do anything, provided that I am protected by said being, and vice versa. Also, that I get my soul back when I die.
W-
Have they told you to do anything yet?
No.
Any weird impulses?
Just to go home
Ooh.
and sing with my sisters. Usually we sing
Like-
better as a trio.
Picking up a dragon egg and trying to carry it into the city.
Dream- or
I
like,
really did just want to see you ride a dragon. A dragon
Have-
born on a dragon. I had to see it.
My God.
so your employer hasn't told you to drink blood, go kill children, kill any random people, or desecrate anything?
Nope. Just left me to my own devices. Which is actually more
Insight
unsettling.
check. $11.
So I rolled a 12 on performance, so I'm just gonna take out my flute and start playing a little song. But since I'm a little bit rusty, it's not gonna be all that great.
I fully support this.
Thinking about it, then it's like, wait, hold on. You're a cleric, a man of the faith, correct?
Not answering.
Plays louder and more aggressively. And at that moment, finally done with his honey-do list. For the day, anyway.
What the fuck does one person need with so many bar stools?
You never know how many people are going to be here.
Yeah, because
You always save on
two
them and
less
flip it
people on
upside
the
down.
streets coming in here.
You never know. People get killed every day. Although you might hear from the hear ye tomorrow that there was an alleged possible attempted murder at the North Gate. But if you could
Can
just
attempted murder if you
that-
didn't actually try to murder anyone.
Exactly.
Or
that's
you
what I
could
say.
sell your soul to a devil.
Riz, you better be telling me you tried to get a bunch of crows in one place. What are you talking about, an attempted murder?
So I didn't try to kill anybody. Let me be very clear. I didn't hit anybody. I never attacked anybody. I was confronted. I stayed 5 feet away from the guards at all times. Never made any sudden movements, and then I was bound, gagged, and drugged to the ground, and my stuff
It was
searched.
guard brutality, is
And
what it
there
was.
might have been a dragon egg in my satchel.
Time out. There's a little bit of a backstory. Chip, if somebody told you, hey, you're in possession of a dragon egg, we don't let dragon eggs in here, what would you do?
I'd be wondering how the fuck I got a dragon egg in my pocket.
Second off, how would you feel if you were now a dragonborn and they're telling you they don't let dragons into the city? I am a dragon.
Born.
Dragon?
Born.
First name.
Okay, question.
Dragon.
No, first
Have
name
you actually
Risen
read
Lord.
what Dragonborn are? Because they resent dragons wholeheartedly.
Really?
Well,
Yes.
he's a new dragonborn. He doesn't know.
I'm a new dragonborn. I don't know shit. I've got to do research. I haven't gone to the library. I've been reading
Yes,
on
I am
Astrea
telling you
message.
that they resent dragons because they were basically bred by dragons to be slaves.
I've been waiting on Astrea to get back with me on the history of Dragonborns so I could be caught up.
She
What is
still
the
don't
history of our
know.
people?
Yeah, what is it? I don't understand anything. All she knows, based on the last message that I sent her, is, and I quote, let's
It
see,
grew
what was
back.
it? Hey, something has happened. You might or might not be impartial to it. Sorry.
Anywho,
Oh, and then we also discovered Sibby sold her soul to a devil.
Keep it down.
Oh, yeah. What? That's crazy.
Insight.
Insight check on how. Well, no, she
For
told
what?
me that she told Chip. Never mind.
Oh, that is true.
Yeah, I forgot. She told me. And she seems fine with it.
Oh. Yeah,
Plot twist,
I
I'm
got
actually a
nothing.
mimic.
But she said she gets her soul back if she dies.
That's usually how these things.
Yeah.
Actually,
How does resurrection fit in that? Say we killed her and then resurrected her. Would her
can you
contract
resurrect
be...
her?
I can't.
Well,
Her
then I don't
buddy
think
that
that we.
ignores her friend that ignores the fact that his friend sold her soul. He's
I
too
don't
busy
think
playing
he's
his flute.
I don't think he's ignoring that fact. I think that he is letting her live her life. And if that is what she wishes to do, then that is what she wishes to do.
It's more that I don't want to do anything that could take back my sisters. That is also in the contract.
Playing devil's advocate, no pun intended. If you died, would they die as well? Is that... I didn't know how this contract's written, or if it's one of those like, haha, I got you.
I'm not entirely sure on that, but judging by how it says that once the contract is completed, everything kind of is whatever we got from this mutual agreement we keep, and we only get things taken if we break the contract. So if I were to die a normal death, I believe they would live if they had no reason to die.
Yes, but
But I don't.
normal as the words be said, as you are a traveler, you are an adventurer. Normal could be literally from anything.
Yeah, dragon
Just-
could jump out of a bag and maul off your face.
So
Vulcan
just
could
so
punch
I'm
a hole through you.
understanding, you guys are just having a conversation on the legalese of pact contracts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
Why? Why does that matter?
Yeah. Yeah. It's a closed bar. No one's in here but us.
I'm just wondering. I just
I
want to
can
make
see.
sure I know what's going on.
Is there
I've
any
had
way
it-
that I can read the contract?
Do you know how to speak Infernal?
Nope.
Then no.
Wait, I can speak tongues. Will tongues help me?
Tongues helps you speak, not read.
Ah.
You don't read.
What
with
if I
your
read
tongue.
it out loud? Can I then hear myself?
You can't read it to read it out loud.
Can anyone
sorry.
speak
Thank
Infernal
you, Matt.
here?
I was kind
Yes.
of like, I was slightly blue screened at the redundant dumbness of that question. I don't mean that dumbness is that was a little more harsh, but just like
Oh, no,
literally
it's
you
all
say
good.
it lets you speak it, not read it. But can I read it out loud?
Then we'll have spoken it.
No. Anywho,
To answer your question, yes, somebody in the party can read Infernal.
yes.
You wouldn't happen to be willing to read the
Are
contract?
you asking
would
Matt or are you asking Chip?
Chip? Wait, are you specifically stating that you do read Infernal as Chip?
Not as Chip.
Oh, okay. Then no. I will have asked though. Can anyone read Infernal? And if I don't get an answer,
Then Chip's
from him
reply
after-
would be, it would be, honestly, Chip would say, no. Chip doesn't know he can read Infernal. He just knows he could read what was on her contract. He doesn't know what it was.
So what does
Nobody ever told him.
what does Chip do as you go to say no, and you see Hammy's mouth opening up, like in kind of like a, like
What, can you read Infernal?
fucking you can.
The fuck you mean I can read Infernal?
You
I
read
got-
what's on her. You
I
read
got
what's on her
Dwarvish
arm.
and Common.
You read what's on her arm.
Oh, is that what?
Why do- yes, that's what that is.
Oh. Why can I read Infernal?
Probably something to do with the fact that you made a deal. Anyway, it's best not to get hung up on the details of things. Just saying.
But the devil is in the details.
Well, in this case, quite literally.
Right. Riz, yeah, I can read Infernal.
No.
You know, I'm really glad that you have a really wonderful personality that Gwenny fell for, because it definitely wasn't your brains.
Or the looks.
That's true. Your mother, on the other hand.
Would you be willing to possibly read the contract?
Oh, I already have.
And was there anything in there that said that if she died, that her siblings would die?
There seems to be a wee bit of a disconnect that allows for possibly some gray area to go one way or perhaps the other, for it does say grabs Sibby's arm and starts dictating. The pact made on the 27th day of Freedalt of the year 1492 formally binds the first party known in the common tongue as Azateth to the second party known in the common tongue as Sybil Fadust until the death of the second party. During this time of service, the first party is bound to, but not limited to, the following conditions, and so on and so on and so on. It does also bring up how the first party will never intentionally cause lethal harm to the second party, so whoever this being is can't kill Sibby, nor through inaction allow the second party to come to lethal harm if it is within the first party's ability to prevent it. So if there is at all any reason, whatever this thing can stop Sibby from dying, it will. Unless it doesn't give a shite about the contract, but that's neither here nor there. So on and so forth. Yada, 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 as it were. This is Matt actually just trying to find the other parts that I was reading.
I have it. Let me do it since Sibby can also.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm just trying to get to the part where, like, the parts about, like, the contract ending. Because there's a few times where that's mentioned. It's almost like whoever actually wrote this actually doesn't, like, do legalese stuff and puts things in the right spots of the document.
I'm sorry I failed you. I should have put it in complete jargon instead.
I mean,
You should have called a lawyer, had him write it up.
Call a lawyer and be
You
like,
should-
hey, this looks a little too clean and easy to comprehend. Can you fix this and lawyer it up for me? Thank you.
you should see how I do
maybe-
demon contracts.
Maybe it's at any time during the term of service covered by this contract, either party may request a review of the conditions covered by this contract. So I can amend things. The second part
You can
agrees
try.
to not willingly discuss, allude to, imply, or reference contents, including the name of the first party of this contract with an outside third party member. I didn't say anything. Unless in the presence of a member
Yeah,
of the
we
internal
forced you
court.
into this.
Yeah, I never said the name. This agreement can be
Sorry,
overruled if
Sibby.
it-
And he's going to pull out his crossbow and aim it at her and just be like, "You're reading this under threat of death."
This agreement can't be ruled if in
You're
a
being
mutual
mined,
agreement by
No,
both.
so what would happen
Person.
is at the part where she starts to divulge any like true details, she starts to talk, but no, like her mouth is moving, but no actual sound comes out. And in your head, Sibby, you just hear a that's just between us.
But can Chip read it? Since that's not his contract?
She's not supposed to let him. So whether she does or not, that all depends on how
Wait.
alive she wants her sisters to remain.
When she
So
reads
the-
the part about that, it's like, well, maybe let's.
Sibby pulls her arm back after a bit and is just, you know what?
Yeah,
Wait a
it's not
minute.
good. Let's stop.
Let's
Chips-
just leave
Chips
it.
gonna
Even
read
Daddy says it's a
something.
bad idea.
Chip's going to read something, kind of tilt his head a little, and turn to Hammy and go, "Do you by any chance happen to be a member of the Infernal Court?"
I'm not.
Ah,
You know, actively, it's the other way.
well, I mean,
And member of a court is kind of a strong phrase, but
I
and-
did catch before she had to pull her hand away that that these things could be discussed in the presence of a member of the Infernal Court. Doesn't necessarily have to be this Azateth.
so as you're saying that, you guys all hear a knock on the door.
Well, that's
of the
ominous.
tavern.
It probably skips chicken and coleslaw.
My
No,
lamplighter.
Lenny has already brought you guys your
Ah.
any food that you ordered. Like, granted, it's not as done up as it would be at a regular inn because they are not open yet. So you're getting like full on like. Well, I guess maybe it might be. What is Gwenny's normal cooking like? Does she cook like Molly Weasley?
Given the fact that you made my wife canonically played by Taylor, who is defined as,
A
and I
kitchen
quote,
witch.
a kitchen
kitchen
witch,
witch.
phenomenal.
Okay. In that case, you guys just ordered like a little bit of food, and you guys are on your like third course already. Like, and she's like, "Oh, don't worry, dearies. You guys are strap in. You guys are in for a ride."
She's always like this. How do you think I got this gut?
Haven't you been gone for
Oh.
2 years?
Listen, you don't just work off Gwynny's cooking.
I go and open the door.
Okay.
Probably that
there
blonde
is-
that was feeding him.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Oh
snap,
shit!
son.
Vulcan just kind of comes in, stops playing his flute, and just says that deadpan, and then goes right back to playing his flute.
Did Gwenny hear that?
Are you wearing your armor right now, Chip?
Did I just finish the honeydew list?
Yeah.
Then no.
Okay, so without any armor, would an 18 hit you?
Yeah, I'm just gonna. Yeah.
You're gonna take 2 points of frying pan damage as you get a frying pan, trying to do what Taylor would do. As you get a frying pan hucked at you, and it just kind of bangs into your shoulder, the opposite shoulder that Hammy is on.
He
Nobody else
yells,
better be feeding you.
I had to eat for 2 years, woman. By the way, ow. 2
You're
points.
capable of cooking your own damn meals.
You've had my cooking before. You know that I wouldn't have survived.
Well, fair enough, I suppose, but still. What is it with you and blondes all of a sudden?
You're just being the right shite right now. You know that would never.
What did you just call me?
I don't.
I
think
said that
that's a
you're a
good
beautiful
idea.
woman. and that you need. I would appreciate it if you gave me the benefit of the doubt once in a while.
Can I use prestidigitation to make a blonde appear for a quick second?
I'm still
No.
blonde.
I'm blonde too.
I was gonna say there's two blondes in the room, and making a blonde appears less prestidigitation and more minor illusion. But anyway, so upon opening the door, Marion, you see this kind of frail old man that's sitting there. He's got this bushy, just this really bushy gray beard. He's got this big kind of straw hat. He's wearing these kind of overall looking things, no shoes, and he's kind of got a corncob pipe sticking out of the mass of just frizzy hair on his chin and mustache.
Sorry, sir. The brothel's been permanently closed.
What? I'm not here for no brothel. I'm here for the. He like pulls out a piece of parchment. The war-torn knights.
What are you looking for, per se? I was unaware there were flyers.
Well, I got this job, and everybody else has turned it down. But I've heard that you guys are pretty desperate and looking to take any job you can get.
That hurts.
Come right in. I would say wipe your shoes off, but you don't have any.
Shoes are for the weak. Got them country feet. I could walk on anything. Here we go.
Skip,
I will say,
did you make
Sibby,
flyers?
you see him like straight up step on a nail that is sticking out of a board and does not react.
That's tetanus.
What? It's fine. Everything's fine.
That probably didn't even pierce the skin, Chip.
Skip, did you make flyers?
I so want Skip.
Yes,
to say
he
yeah.
did.
Did Skip make flyers?
That's what he says.
That's beautiful.
Last game.
We have somebody that's cashing one in. You might want to come down.
That's fantastic.
I just let me know what's going on when you're done. I'm tired. It's like 4:00 in the morning. Go to sleep, you bunch of fucking hooligans.
It's
motherfucker
only like
has no shoes on. He's smoking a corncob pipe. I don't think he sleeps.
No, that's the guy. That's Sergeant Sanders. He's bringing the chicken.
who's Sergeant Sanders? I don't understand.
What can we help you with, sir?
Well, I was told that you guys might be the ones to go for. My name is Mylan Sunscar, and I come from the town of Shifton, over by
Did you say Shitton?
No, I didn't say Shifton. I said Shifton. Don't be a bitch.
It's late. My ears aren't working.
Town of Shifton. Town of Shifton. How can
Hang
we
on. I was working on the honeydew list until 4 a.m. and my
No,
wife
it is not
still
4
cooking.
a.m. It is not 4 a.m.
It's like
It is
midnight.
Not even.
Oh, okay.
It is like 9:30, 10 o'clock. Y'all.
Mylan.
But yes, from the town of Shifton, which is over by Eldershoe Lake. And you guys all recognize the name of Eldershoe Lake as it is basically a giant horseshoe-shaped lake that is like bigger than Lake Superior. It is just this massive, massive lake that is renowned around the world for its fishing and for its it has a few different hubs of craftsmanship on it. Like it's got like a
Huh?
city renowned for blacksmiths, one for like woodworking, like kind of in the center part of this big horseshoe is just this massive central hub of craftsmanship in the continent. But anyway, yes, the town of Shifton, not Shittin, Shifton,
I got
I
it.
said
So
shit
Shifton.
tin, not
Marion,
shit
you're not
tin.
helping.
Shifton,
You're not helping.
Shifton, Shifton.
I got it down. You're from the town of Shifton, where it's known for its fishing and its craftsmanship. Where can we help with this?
Well, in particular, I run lines in the swamps, and because I harvest gators. Because if we don't keep the population down, they start running out of control. So I've been running my lines, and there's this temple deep in the swamp, and well, over the past few weeks, there's been these kind of mysterious lights that come out there in the middle of the night. Now, I don't really know what they are, but they're scaring away all the gators and kind of making it hard for me to do what I do.
There's some mysterious sleds that come out
Lights?
there. Lights. There's mysterious lights that come from the temple or to the temple.
Well, I don't know. I've never seen them appear nor disappear, but I know that they're there, and when they are, well, the crocs, they just go crazy, and they start, like, eating each other and stuff, and there's something not right about it. Now, I don't have much in terms of gold to offer you, but I did hear that in that temple there are plenty of treasures and stuff to be found. So maybe y'all could help out and come take a look.
So, let me get this straight. You want us to go clear out this temple, which is taking away the gator population, because that's what's hurting your job.
Well, yeah. That and, Shifton's kind of known for exporting gator products, like belts and cloaks and armor and shoes and, mostly belts, but
Yeah, they seem to be lacking on the shoes there.
don't be so quick to judge my style, woman.
What do you have?
Got crabs.
Not the disease.
Oh. What do you mean?
Will you give us, if we decide to take this job, will you give us
mean
passage
money?
to and from this temple?
Well, I mean,
So
I
it's in the
can
middle of a swamp, correct?
show you into the swamps, but I don't want to get anywhere near that temple if it's making gators chew each other alive.
Will you give us a boat?
I can give you a skiff if that's what you need.
We'll
We
take it.
will-
Also, maybe a map.
Yeah, can I pull out a map and tell him to tell me exactly where it's at?
Well, sure
Right.
thing. And he like busts out like a hand-drawn map that he already has.
Sweet.
But out of context, it doesn't mean a whole lot to you guys. But it's there.
Do you know anything about said temple? Local legends? Stories?
Well, it's been abandoned for as long as I've been around, so I don't really have a whole lot to tell you.
Your
It's
parents
just always
didn't
kind
tell
of been
you-
known as the temple.
Well, did your parents ever tell you bedtime stories to keep you away from said temple?
Well, not about the temple directly. They told us a few stories, one of which was this like monster made out of like the swamp. You know what I mean? Like the swamp monster type thing. You know, there's that one, and then there's this story of some busty woman that worked at the Busty Hippo or something like that. Like Dad told me lots of stories about her, but those aren't really appropriate for this venue.
It wouldn't happen to be called the Temple of Doom, would it? Seems kind of fitting.
I don't think so.
Good.
Well, sir, we will gladly take you up on your proposition.
Well, all right. I can offer you a free ride back if you come with me. Granted, it might be a little tight in the back there, but
May I request an item as my reward?
I mean, I can't really control what's in the temple, but
No, not that. From your expertise of being a gator, can I
Does
get
it
a
want a
hat
gator belt?
with the gator skull on it?
sure thing. I'll get you all measured up. Once you get back to my place after you clear out the temple.
Thank you. I think it'll make an interesting starting piece to speak with new friends.
Might put some
I think
folks
it's the
off.
most
but,
I've heard him speak ever.
He really likes crocodiles.
He talks all
Gators!
the time. I don't know what he's
Alligators.
talking about.
And like he throws his corncob pipe at you like gators. Fuck crocodiles. They're different.
Well,
I'm
sir,
gonna put my ear thing on and be like, at least it wasn't a cast iron pan.
well, sir, we'll rest up for the night here. Is there anywhere you would like us to meet you?
Well, I was gonna say by the north gate, but that's kind of closed down because some ruckus about somebody sicking a dragon on somebody.
What?
so-
Someone
we
would
heard-
do that sort of thing?
Not what happened.
God, the audacity.
So instead, you can meet me at we'll say about 8 o'clock at the south gate.
All right.
If
See you
Charles
later,
is saying something
alligator.
out loud, I can't hear him.
They're talking to themselves.
Oh, okay.
See you later,
Sorry.
alligator.
Yeah, that's kind of funny. Fucking Bond.
Non-shoe wearing son of a bitch.
Can I mage hand close the
Ew.
door just
Ew.
before any other like
Randos come in.
Chip, please
randos
mop that up.
or he says something?
So, like, as you go to close the door, like, somebody is like sticking his head already and be like, "Hey, Gus, I'm just wondering when you're opening again, so I can come and see Surma. She was my favorite. I used to
Waiting on
see
the
her
liquor
every
license, and it's no longer a brothel.
Oh, all right. Surma! Yelling it.
She must have been good.
All right. So what are you guys doing?
Meeting that guy at the south gate at 8 a.m.
Okay, so you're resting up? Is there
Yeah,
anything?
4 hours because it's 4 a.m.
It is now fucking 4 a.m. At this point, we'll say it's like 11. It is 11 o'clock. So you guys can get in a full rest. That is fine. You wake up. Is there any conversation to be had over breakfast? Is Skip having anything to say?
What time does City Hall open?
I'll say that you can hit it on your way to the south gate.
Perfect.
I would like to bring up if anybody wants to use the new cloak we got.
I would like to use that new cloak at least while we walk through the city.
But
This
Riz, you
has
already
to-
have that fancy cloak that covers your eyes.
It's going over this cloak. I'm wearing double cloaks. I
You're
don't
gonna get
want
heat
any.
exhaustion.
I'll recover it on the boat ride.
I would like to leave a note at the bar to
Okay.
Echo explaining where we're going and what we're doing?
Beautiful.
I would like to let. What was his name? No, Darren. No,
Durgan.
Durgan. I would like to let Durgan know that we will be
Dargon.
back and to be
Dargon.
safe.
Okay. So all of that is done. You guys make your way to the south gate. Is Skip doing anything?
I'm following along.
Okay. So you guys meet Mylan out by the south gate, and he has this kind of rickety wagon that has like just enough room for you guys. And you guys know, based off of your maps, Riz, that this place is going to be about a 2-day ride down to the southeast. So you guys are taking it. For sake of brevity, we'll say you make it a couple days. Nothing really happens on the road. Pretty boring, unless there are any conversations you guys want to have on the way. Sibby.
Sibby, who's kind of most likely chilling farther back with Vulcan, kind of brings up that she feels bad for just abandoning her siblings. So I kind of so she just talks to Vulcan. I feel that once they figure out that this may take a couple days, not just the one day, they're going to be quite upset. I've been gone 2 days now.
Well, I mean, think of it this way. Now, since they can't really go anywhere yet, you can tell them the story we just had. And then hopefully they'll like my new hat. I've been reading
haven't
up on
gotten
these
that yet.
friends.
The hat is fabulous.
The hat will be fabulous.
The
He
hat
doesn't
is
have
not
any.
yet.
That's what I'm talking about. Once we get back, how's she gonna tell the story?
Okay.
Like once we get back, you know.
Will be fabulous.
So, Mylan, are you essentially a crocodile hunter?
Alligators! They're different,
Not by much. The
but they
shape
are
of their-
different.
By the shape of their snoot.
It's a snout.
Snout.
The fuck is a snoot?
Shit.
The fuck is a snoot?
Maybe he
It's
was
probably
raised in the
something on
north.
your honey to-do list you had to go clean.
Gesundheit.
Snoot.
This is to Vulcan's like, do you think they like me? I know they like you, but I feel like it's weird. I can't tell. Usually I'm good at telling.
You mean the alligators? We haven't met them yet.
Alligators always love me. That's not the point. I'm talking about the party. It's like, we're not war-torn knights. The war-torn knights got hired for this, but we're going along. So I'm confused.
I mean, they did invite us back to their place to join up with them, so I mean, nobody's really talked to death about what the invitation was. Well, I mean, we're here right now, right?
Yeah, and it's fun. We're going on another thing. It's just, I don't know.
Well, I mean, I did mention it at breakfast, the first breakfast, but they just kept talking.
That's because you need to talk louder.
Well,
Or
in
at
the
all.
book it says you have to be respectful of your new friends and their opinions.
Yes, but not if they can't hear you.
Well, I guess. Maybe I'm not that in that chapter yet.
Not in the
Is
chapter
he
where it
reading
tells
How
me
to
to
Make
talk
Friends
loud
for
enough.
Dummies?
What was the question?
replaced the cover of How to Make Friends for Dummies with a like Bible cover for whichever god he serves, which I don't think we've narrowed down yet. But
Biblical book number 1.
but all right. So as you guys are having that conversation, you all notice that as you keep on traveling southeast, it is getting hotter and muggier. Skip, your fur is starting to say less like slicked down, and it's starting to puff up a little bit because the humidity is just messing with it. It's getting to the point where just like, kind of art imitating reality a little too much. Like it's to the point where just like being outside and breathing is making you sweat. Like it is just getting unpleasantly hot and humid. Oh, there's a little baby on the screen behind a mic. That's adorable. Anywho, you guys notice that the mosquitoes are coming out more and more. Like it is just getting into a full on bayou situation. But without any further conversations, you guys do eventually arrive at the town of Shifton. I think Ken can correct me if I'm wrong. I think it would be considered a larger village at about 630 people. It is, you guys pick up. It is right on the coast of the Eldershoe Lake. So it is a kind of a coastal town, but freshwater coastal. So, but you do see a lot of farms. You see on the docks, you see a lot of boats coming in, unloading, just loads of fish and shellfish, stuff like that. You see a pretty good logging portion, and then you get to the part where you see the hunting lodges, and you do see some that are, you see some bear and elk and stuff like that outside of some of these places, but a lot of them you see gators, and you see them strung up. You see them in various states of being skinned. The meat is being cured, but a lot of it is the leather is being cured and turned into all sorts of various goods. Vulcan, you do get excited because you do see one guy that is actually fashioning gator skin into like a hat, like a wine-ridden hat that goes up on one side and has like the row of teeth around the base of it and everything. So straight up Crocodile Dundee style. But you do see all that as Mylan keeps on going to the far end of the city where you see the lake kind of slowly transitions into just kind of a floodplain type thing before transitioning into a full-on swamp. And it starts to smell like a swamp. And he drives you, he kind of takes the carriage right up to this little dock that goes out a little ways. And at the end of the dock, you guys see just a flat-bedded boat that seems to be able to fit about 8 people. And he kind of sits there and he gives you the hand-drawn map that he has. And says, well, this should get you in there as far as I go.
Oh, but you're an excellent navigator. Why don't you lead us there?
That has got to be the blondest joke I've ever heard.
It was good.
Cast strong works every time.
And why I'm not going in there is because I don't want to mess with whatever is sitting, is messing with the gators and stuff out there. I am what one would call just a commoner. Okay? And on a scale from 1 to 4, I feel about a 4, and that's about the best that I get. In other words, I know not to punch above my weight class. You guys seem a little more adept at this, so...
I
You
just
know, I
hear
don't
your
really-
story, and all I see are crocodile tears, sir.
Gators!
I don't really feel that that scale of like how good you feel. I don't feel like that's very arbitrary number that we wouldn't understand, being characters in your story. So
Okay. Well, I'm just saying. Okay. And he like pulls out of seemingly nowhere. These are 4 apples. Okay. I feel like I have all 4 apples. If I get hit by something and 2 of my apple goes away, then all of a sudden I feel like 2 out of 4 apples, which is feeling like shit.
How long does charm last when you charm a person?
depends on the spell
Yeah.
or
Lasts 1 hour.
Okay. Are you charming him?
I'm not doing it yet. I'm just asking.
Okay.
No, but how far is the temple though?
I don't know. Probably a pretty good day's float into the swamp there.
All right, then that wouldn't last.
So there you go. The boat has anything that you need in there, and hopefully we'll see you when you get back.
Does it have gator repellent?
There is no such thing as gator repellent, but you do find a couple of vials of antidote in there, which might be
Antidote.
anything. You see a couple of I don't think it's an actual item, so I might have to homebrew make it. But you see a potion that if Riz takes a second to look at it, he's getting deduced that basically it's for reversing petrification.
that's very specific.
Yes. Yes, it is.
It's like when you find health right before a new section in the game.
Yeah, here's
It's a
box
mystery
of
mouse
health
tool that
potions.
will help us later.
Why is the game quick saving right now?
Man, right before this door?
Oh, but all this ammo has nothing to do with anything.
It's a little
Did you
suck.
guys catch that music shift?
Why is it singing in Latin now?
Why do I hear one-winged angel? Oh no!
Really quick, I do just want to ask this individual. So just double checking, you didn't go to this temple and start poking around yourself, right?
No, you're not
All
supposed
right.
to go in there.
Has
Okay.
anybody else?
Well, nobody from town would do it because we know that you're not supposed to.
So you're saying that you guys are all in this town not investigators?
Good God.
Also, you said you weren't told stories about it.
And see,
but yet
he's
everyone
not
in the
even blonde.
town knows that they're not
Temple,
supposed to go to it.
go to the temple is not a story. It's just a thing that you go by.
What is he wearing?
Overalls?
Oh, so he's
Overalls.
definitely not a investigator.
No, he is not an investigator.
Okay, so are we getting on this
I think we
thing
got 4
or what's
people watching.
happening?
I really hope that one of them is KJ, so she can be hearing all of this. They can be hearing. That was my bad. Anyway, so yeah, what are you guys doing? You guys got this boat. There's this pack of some stuff. It does have some like gator jerky and stuff like that. You see, like, if any of you guys have ever watched Swamp People, I think is the show. Where they go gator hunting, like you see like gator lines and everything like that you guys can set up and run. You got some bait in there if you really wanted to run it. But yeah, it's all set up for you guys to go into the swamp.
Sibby just
Into the
hops
swamp.
onto it like whoop, and just kind of hops on. No time like the present.
I'm gonna ask to see if he has another bottle of not antidote, but to reverse petrification.
Petrification. Well, that's kind of I put everything I got on the boat. You know, I kind of bring it with me when I go out into the swamp. But
All right, I gotta ask then, what could petrify us? That's out here.
you
The
know,
basilisk.
yeah,
Don't
maybe
no.
basilisks and maybe a gorgon and maybe other stuff.
So you're telling me
know.
that there are basilisks in this swamp?
Maybe I didn't say that, but I didn't say not that. That's the perfect response. That
I'm gonna turn around and begrudgingly step on this boat very cautiously and sit down in the middle, because if it's only big enough to hold 8 of us, I know Vulcan and I are gonna have to be in the middle.
all right. Skip, what is Skip doing?
I'm just getting on a boat,
Just getting on a boat.
doing whatever the party wants to do.
Okay. You're being particularly quiet tonight. That makes me nervous. All right, Chip, Marion, what are you
On
guys
the boat.
doing? On the
On
boat.
the boat.
All right.
Chip will be the last one on the boat, and as he does, he'll look at the guy and right, well, after we're done, we'll be back. So, see you later, alligator.
Jesus Christ! Ah!
Already used
Who's
that,
that?
one. Already said
Quit
that.
being an instigator.
I didn't know that he said that already. So, after a while, crocodile.
Alligators!
Oh, please, my turn. Keep the Gatorades on ice for us.
What is Gatorade?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I
Blood of a
would.
gator.
I would not advise drinking that.
Ooh, is he a cleric? Then he could cast Gatorade.
Oh God!
Cast
All right.
Gatorade on one of like the half like undone gators that are
New
hanging from a
D&D character
leg.
concept just dropped.
Oh God! No. All right. So you guys are sailing
boat.
into the swamp.
What's the propulsion on this boat? Is it wind?
Somebody has to be pushing. Hemi is
Mage
currently
hand.
on Chip's head. Mage Hand would not be able to have the force to push this. Bixby's hand would, but not Mage Hand.
What about
I have-
two mage hands?
Together.
I'd say probably not.
What about my Goliath arms?
That would probably do better.
We have to roll it ourselves.
Um, yeah, that would be. Yeah, that would be an athletics check, and so I'm going to give me a survival check for navigating.
24.
Okay, so you are pushing yourself along pretty good. Who's giving me a survival check?
Vulcan did. I thought I got a 24.
Oh, I thought you asked for survival check first.
No, I asked him to give me an
Oh.
athletics check.
Oh, okay. Athletics. 16.
Okay, so 16 athletics and a 23 survival. Okay,
24.
24, whatever. All right. So, you guys make it through the first part of this pretty good. What is everybody, or I don't want everybody give me a perception check as you're going through this.
Uh, 23.
21.
Okay.
Can I roll with advantage?
24.
It helps me.
Hemi will help you, yes.
Yeah. Natural 20 for 25.
Okay.
14.
So as you guys are pushing through the part of the swamp, you start to see the temple off in the distance. And you're starting to have these little patches of land that you guys could use to jump on and kind of skip around to get out of the boat if need be. But with those perception checks, what you guys see is in two distinct spots. You just see these very large portions of water just starting to like vibrate and rumble. And you almost hear this just like under these two spots. What are you guys doing with that
You
information?
guys hear that?
How
Nobody
close?
move.
Already starting.
How close are they?
One of them is about 15 feet to the left side, and the other one is about 25 feet to the right.
So the one 30 feet towards the left side, when I want to do minor illusion to make like a sound in the water.
Like, what kind of sound are you looking for?
Have we seen any type of like geese or birds in the area?
Yeah, you've seen the typical fowl of the area.
Yeah, so I'll make that. I will imitate that foul sound.
Okay, like
low
it is
to-
like
yeah.
it is flying over the water, or like it's swimming in the water, like it does.
it's swimming in the water, or like it's yeah.
Okay. So you're just making the sound to be there.
Yes, because I don't think I can actually make. Or you
Okay.
know what? I will do mage hand 30 feet in the water.
Okay.
Kind of doing like a splashing sound or a splashing motion.
Okay. So as you guys all see Marion just kind of make this splashing in the water, you all of a sudden see this giant head lunge up out of the water and just snap shut on that spot. And upon not getting anything, it gets very confused and very upset, and then it sees your guys' boat. And we are going to roll us some initiative.
Mm.
19 plus 4 for 23.
17.
23, okay, and then a 17 there. Okay, Skip.
Chip got a dirty 20.
Oh, hold on.
Skip got a 26.
Hold on. This thing is being difficult. There we go. That's better. Okay, so I need all of those numbers again because that thing was dumb. So, Skip, what did you get?
Skip got a 26.
26. Thank you. Chip, what did you get?
Dirty 20.
30, 20. Marion, what did you get?
6.
6. Okay. Reginald got a
17.
17.
Vulcan got a 10.
$23.
23.
And a 10.
A 10. All right. Beautiful. Okay, so that means Skip, you are going to be up first as you see one of these things is now out of the water, and you see another shape of a similar size that is doing that kind of rumbling water thing. So, what are you doing?
I'll shoot the alligator.
Okay.
Nine.
9 does not hit you. So you shoot your arrow at the alligator, and you just watch it just kind of skip right off the top of this thing's thick, kind of natural plate armor. Is there
End turn.
anything else you do? End turn. All right. Sibby, that is going to leave you up.
I just asked the question in the chat, but if I use shocking grasp, will that electrify everybody since it's water?
No, you have to be able to touch it.
I would say shocking
Let me
grasp.
speak from
like,
experience.
magical-
Yes.
Did you use shocking grasp?
No, I used the electric lightning
Yeah.
in the water when I was being
Yeah.
Leviathan.
So shocking grasp, I would say, would not have the same kind of effect as like dropping an electric wire in the water. Like shocking grasp was a little more like it would just kind of create like a static charge in the water. So not exactly enough to hurt it.
Okay. Then, and how close is it? It's like it's right up on the boat.
You see one of them is 15 feet to the left. That's the one that's still submerged. 25 feet to the right. You do see one that's the one that's already out of the water, but because you have a massively high passive perception, you do notice that there is an awfully large shape that's kind of right under the boat.
Okay, so I'll just use my longbow for now to try
Okay.
and shoot at the. Because how many shots do I get? I just get the one.
You just get the one.
Okay. The one that's closest to us.
Okay. So are you shooting at the one underneath the boat or the closest one you can see?
How could I shoot the one underneath the boat? Is a better question.
I mean, you can always try to with disadvantage, but you can still try. But if you're looking for not disadvantage, then yeah, the one that you can see makes the most sense.
Okay, so I'm going to shoot the one that's closest, and I'm going to inform the others of what I feel underneath.
Okay. Very good. Ow!
Okay. Plus 7 is does an 18 hit?
An 18 does hit.
And that 1d8 is this one. 2 plus 4, so 7 plus 4 for a 11.
11. All right, and did that include your sneak attack damage?
It did not.
Okay, because you would get sneak attack as
Okay.
well. You
Why
just
can't I? I'm looking. Sorry.
because it hasn't acted yet. That's why.
Oh, sneak attack is the 3d6.
Yep.
Two, 5, 2, 5, and 4 for a 11 again.
11, so a total of 22.
Yes,
Okay.
guys. There's something big, giant under the boat. Panic! I'm panicking. There's something under the boat.
All right. So you shoot this crocodile, and then that brings up Mr. Chip McKenzie.
So I can see where it is, but I can't see it, or
For what?
like, do I have line of sight on these creatures, particularly the one that's 15 feet
The
away?
one that's 15 feet? No, you do not see that one yet. You just see this kind of like rumbling water. Upon Sibby saying it, I will say you will be able to look below the boat and you see just this big shape. And then the one to the right that's 25 feet away, that one you actively see and is now out of water. Well, on top of the water, I should say.
Hmm. Let's try to. That's not big enough. Yeah, I think that we're just gonna try to shoot it with a
Shoot 'em.
crossbow.
Okay.
Yeah, let's give that a go. I don't think I have advantage from any source, so we're just gonna try.
Okay.
That is a dirty 20.
A
14
dirty
6.
20 will absolutely hit.
All right. Well, let's get some damages. Wow. That is an crossbow plus 3, so 11 points of damage, and yeah, we're gonna do the gathered swarm for an extra d6.
Okay.
So 11 plus 5, so a total of 16 points of damage this turn.
Okay.
And we'll stay there. Given the nature of this combat, I don't think that Hammy will do, and at least I will not command Hammy to do anything.
Okay. Then Hammy will not do anything. All right, so next up, that kind of vibrating water off to the left. You suddenly see a big ass creature kind of lunge out of the water in a similar fashion as it kind of lunges out of the boat directly at one of you this time. So I will say, let's go with Vulcan. We'll get it. Does a 17 hit you?
No.
No? Okay. So it misses when it tries to bite you, but on its way down, it kind of tries to get you with its tail. How about a 21?
Yes.
Yes, that one will hit. Okay. So then what I need these two, please. That's going to be... you are going to take 14 points of bludgeoning damage. And give me a strength save.
Uh, 17 plus 20. Strength
Okay.
save.
So you do manage to keep yourself upright. Next, this shape under the boat is going to be growing very suddenly until another one kind of lunges its way out of the boat. And with a grand total of an 11 and a 13 against Chip, I'm going to guess that neither one of those hits you. Awesome. Sweet. That brings up Rizinold, who you now have all three of these things visible. You got two of them right next to the boat, and one of them is about 25 feet away. What are you going to do?
Is the boat facing the temple?
It's lined up towards there, yeah.
Okay. And there's one that's 25 feet away behind us, correct?
Off to your right.
Okay. And then there's two, like to either side of said boat.
Either side, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Thunder Wave
Okay.
I'm going to put it directly behind the boat,
Okay.
and that will push us 10 feet.
Okay.
Wow, I'm sorry. Hold on. Yeah.
I don't think
sorry.
that's the way that works.
Well, hang on.
Unless you're trying to damage your boat.
No. I'm not aiming for the boat. It's a
Okay.
15-foot cube originating from you,
Uh-huh.
right? And if I stand at the back of the boat and make said cube,
Uh-huh. You will be
that
pushing the
that would
gator away,
damage
not
the
you.
boat. Yeah, but any unsecured
The
object.
only way that you're going to get that is if you cast it on the boat itself, which you have the player agency and the ability to do so. But this is one of those times where, as the DM, I would say
no,
probably don't want to,
don't.
because
I
that
had this
boat
great
is the only
idea to help
thing-
us out, and you just go and screw me over. That's perfectly fine.
I know, darn reading how the spell
Dang
works.
you. That's why I don't wanted to learn reading. Okay.
That's why I
Um,
don't wanted to learn reading. Was the
What
greatest
what are
statement
they? What are their looking likes?
They
Like
look like two really
No.
pissed off alligators.
The two next to us, to either side of us, just came up, so they look pretty
Yeah,
decent.
they look completely fine. The one that everybody else has been hitting is there. I mean, it doesn't look great.
But it's okay-ish.
Yeah, as much as you can tell a giant alligator is.
So, to be clear, it does say sweeps out from you.
Yes.
So would that mean that the boat would get damaged in that case, or if I just choose?
Unless you're gonna walk to the end of the boat and put it out towards the back of the boat, it would damage the boat.
My goal was originally to do that, and it would push us 10 feet.
I mean, if that's the way you want to do it, I will let you. I'm just gonna warn you.
But reading it again, it says it originates from you.
Yeah. So again,
I
if
was
you
thinking
walk to the end of the boat and push this thing out of the back of the boat, you will be able to catch part of two of these gators and not the boat. But if you try to cast it from where you're standing in like the middle of the boat, you will catch the boat, and that could be bad. Skip does have an idea in the chat if you look in there.
Let's see.
But either way, I need to know what you're doing.
Yeah.
So many options,
There are plenty of options.
but I need you to pick one.
No, I don't have control water. Ship. I don't even think I've got.
Okay, so what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Fireball.
Do. All right, I guess just to move it along right now, what I'm going to do is cast Eldritch Blast on the one on the left,
Okay.
and then Eldritch Blast on the one on the right.
Okay, roll.
As a bonus action, so I've got 2 hitting the one on the left, and then 2 hitting the one on the right.
Beautiful.
So it's a 17 for the first one.
Okay, that'll hit.
It's a 16 for the second one.
That'll hit.
All right, and that's what, 2d10? Let's see.
Yeah, but go ahead and roll the other two, and then we'll just get all the damage out at one time.
That is a 18 on that one.
That'll hit.
That's a 19 on that one. Wow.
So roll that 2d10 on the one on the left.
So 12
Okay.
total. $11 on the other one.
11 on the other one. All right. Beautiful. All right. So then we are going to bring up Vulcan.
Can I do a perception check to see if these gators are being affected by that negative energy, or if they're just aggressive gators?
What is your nature score? Like your
Nature?
plus on
Oh.
your nature, yeah.
+2.
+2. I would say probably not, just because you don't know. Like you wouldn't know the base aggression of these gators, because I'm like
Okay,
Vulcan probably has not experienced giant alligators so much,
yeah,
but
Fine.
We are from
Okay.
Astarchus, so there's a possibility that he
Yeah,
has.
because I have a higher animal handling, but yeah.
I mean, I will say from what you do know of gators, they are big and they are aggressive. So, use that for what you will.
If I wanted to keep rolling the boat to distance herself, would that be an action or my movement or both?
I would say in this case it would be an action
All right.
because
Ta-
you're actively having to work about like pushing the boat.
Time out before you do that. Would that cause an opportunity attack on the gators to us?
That's a great question. Guess the
Out
only way
of
to find
game.
out is to fuck around and find out.
You do you, Vulcan.
Yeah, double checking. What is the question?
If he rows the boat out of the space of the gators, would that incur a opportunity attack from the gators?
Since we're in a vehicle, that's why I would be.
My gut reaction says it would,
Yeah.
but
I don't know since we're in a vehicle.
You okay there, Chip?
He's thinking.
the DM
Please
might
don't hurt
start
yourself.
turning a lot, like because you keep on going back and forth with this says it does, this says it doesn't, but this says it does, and this says it doesn't. So there's a lot of like,
Well, so so if you move out of a creature's space, it incurs an attack of opportunity. However, forced movement does not incur an attack of opportunity.
so then what I'll say is they would get an attack of opportunity on the boat. That's the call I'll make. Like it will
would
actively
legally be the
against
boat
the
or
boat.
Vulcan.
Yeah.
But
the
an
rest of us are fine.
innocent bystander, no, because they were forced.
Yeah. So with that information, make your call. But I need to know something.
The one that's under is under again after its attack.
No, they are both like chomping at the side of the boat.
Oh, okay. Both on the side
Like
of the
trying to get right now they're trying to get the people in the boat.
boat. And then nobody's attacked either of them, or they attacked one. You attacked one, right, with your CB
I
attack.
attacked
Yeah,
two, the one on the left and the one on the right.
The one off to the I
Yeah.
think I said the one off to the left a ways. Or did I say the right? Whichever one is 25 feet away. That one is looking like another solid shot could put it away.
All right, I'm gonna try to hit it again with guiding bolt.
Okay.
Second level.
All right.
Second level. And that was terrible. I'm not hitting it. It's an 8.
An 8 does not hit. So you just watch your spell, similar to Skip's arrow, just kind of bounce off of one of these thick hide pieces on this thing. Is that your turn then, sir? Because you
For my bonus action, I am casting. What is it? Where are you at?
Spiritual weapon.
Yeah, spiritual weapon.
Okay.
Oh, that one's a little better. A 23.
23. Sorry, excuse me. A 23 absolutely will hit.
And it's 9 force damage, right?
9. All right. So it takes that. That will bring up Miss Marion.
All right. First, I would like to burn a sorcery point.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe. To do careful spell, so I can allow creatures to automatically succeed a saving throw you cast. So that is
Okay.
going to be infected, or that will affect everybody in the boat.
That will infect everybody in the boat. Got it.
And then I wish to cast Hypnotic Pattern on the 2 gators attacking said boat.
Okay, so what save do they got to make?
They have to make a wisdom saving throw of 15.
Okay, that's a 7 on one of them,
So he's fucked.
and an 8 on the other one.
So they both fucked.
Okay, so
And
you
I'm
are trancing
holding
out
up-
2 gators.
Yes. That
Okay,
are open to automatic crits now.
they both are. All right, that's going to
And
bring up.
that is my turn.
Okay, that's going to bring up the big boy that's off a ways. He is going to swim about half of his movement speed to get up to the boat. And he's going to reach and he's going to try to attack Sibby, I think. Because Sibby is one of the only ones that has actually done anything so far. That is a 16 plus 8 and a 12 plus 8. So that is a 24 and a 20. How do those treat you, Sibby?
For hits, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a AC of 16. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So from the bite, you are going to take, or from the tail, you are going to take, that is 14 plus 5. So that's 19. And then,
Also, I have uncanny dodge, so half it.
okay. And from the actual bite, that is going to be 25 and 25 piercing damage, and you are considered grappled.
Okay. In
'Cause
total,
the thing
25?
25 on the bite, yeah.
Okay.
But you are now
Alright.
considered restrained and grappled.
Help.
But Skip Tracer, you are up.
So I have an auto hit on the one that just attacked Sibby.
No, that one you wouldn't, but the other 2 that are just right next to the boat, currently not making absolutely any aggressive action whatsoever because they are wigging out on freaking lava lamp syndrome in front of them. But you can get a automatic crit on either one right next to the boat.
Is one of the 2 that are by the boat never been hit before?
They both have been hit by Eldritch Blast.
Can I tell which one's less?
They both look like they are about 1 hit point difference, so take your
Sure.
pick. Yep.
Sure.
Literally, Daniel did 11 to one and 12 to the other, so.
So I'll do 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 29, 33. Plus 12, plus 5, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll do 50 points of damage to it.
Beautiful.
And now he is not on lava lamp syndrome. If he's still alive.
He is, but he looks like just a little bit more of a hit will put him away.
And then, how far is Sibby away from me?
I mean, you guys are all in the boat, and this boat is just about 20 feet long, so... Or not 20, 15 feet long. So you guys are all within that kind of close range.
Yeah, this character wouldn't do anything.
Okay.
Doesn't have anything after that. So, how close is Vulcan to Sibby? Is Vulcan in between Sibby and I?
Probably.
Who is next?
No,
on the-
actually, no, because Vulcan is back at the back of the boat pushing. I forgot about that.
Who's next in initiative order?
Next in initiative order is Sibby.
And then after that,
Chip.
so she's gonna get a strength check to try to get out of it.
Well, she's gonna be able to go strength or dexterity, really, but
Okay.
or acrobatics.
Do I have the perception that if she was to be successful getting out of it, she would land in the water or the boat?
That would depend on that acrobatics check.
I'm gonna hold my action until after Sibby's turn, but before Chip's turn,
Okay.
to move my distance, jumping into the water after her if she does not succeed on her
Okay.
save to get out of it. And then I'm
Okay.
going to end turn.
Beautiful. All right. Sibby, you are up, and you can use your action to do a athletics or acrobatics check to escape, but then that is your action.
Acrobatics, because I have a +10.
Okay. I mean, you still have the option of attacking this thing.
19 + 10.
19 plus 10. Okay, yes. So as this thing is biting into you, and we've all seen on Animal Planet when crocs try to like constantly re-bite something, in one of those moments that it kind of like opens to try to bite back down on you, your circus training kicks in, and you just kind of like push yourself out and do this beautiful kind of like backflip, and you land right on the edge of the boat in a perfect balance, like you're on the tightrope up way up high. So you're just like sitting there perfectly balanced on the edge of the boat, and that would be, well, you still have a bonus action and a move action if you want.
Can I strike it since I would have
You can only do the
just as 2-weapon fighting?
yeah, and to use the offhand attack, you have had to use the attack action. So
All right, then just for her to just disengage and back out.
okay,
Get her footing.
very good.
Why is it always me?
All right, Chip, you are up, and you still see one of those crocs is kind of in a hella daze.
And one's about dead.
Yeah.
All right, one that is dazed.
Take the crit.
Yeah.
Always take the crit.
Always take the crit.
Yeah, and we're gonna make the crit count. We are going to bonus action hex.
Okay.
So now he's really seeing lava lamps. They turn into pentagrams now.
So yeah, we're gonna after the hex.
Pentagram lava lamp.
After the hex, we are going to shoot with the crossbow. Do I also have advantage on this hit since
Sure.
I'm just double checking?
You
What-
got
what's the
somebody
status
right
effect
next
is it
to him, so
under?
yeah. It's under hypnotic pattern, so
Why do you
It's not
need to hit it? It's an automatic crit.
yeah, but to hit.
Well, yeah, auto crit doesn't.
Oh, I'm
necessarily
sorry.
mean
You're right.
auto
You're right.
crit.
You're right.
Auto
Oh,
hit,
so I guess I should have rolled a hit, huh?
Yeah, it's all good.
That's okay. I got a natural 20 for a 27, just so you know.
So that's a double crit.
Nope. What'd you get, Chip?
Whoa. I haven't rolled yet. I wanted to double check
Oh.
if I was getting advantage.
Yeah, because you got somebody right next to it. So
Oh, we use flanking here.
yeah. Of
Okay.
course you do.
This is so dumb.
What?
I have a 1 and a 2.
You know what? Hemi is inspired. You have inspiration, don't you?
I do have inspiration.
There
Do I
you
have
go.
Inspirations. I
You
just
should
got
have at
big
least
one.
one.
I do.
Did you get that? Hey!
This crock was handed to a silver platter to you, and you fucking missed.
Yeah, fucking mess.
I cashed in one of my inspirations and I rolled another 1.
Nope, I don't believe in ones on inspiration. So try
Okay.
that again.
2.
I refuse to let ones on inspiration. That's just
Plot armor.
no. One on inspiration is a dick move, and I will not let it stand.
So that is 11 plus 6, so 17.
17 will hit. It took you a minute to get there, but we got you.
You rolled a 1, a 2, and a 1 all in a row.
Yes. Yeah, on 2 separate dice. So
I
that
guess
being
that was
said,
just Hammy coming to fuck with you.
so auto crit.
Yep.
So light crossbow, hex, and then gathered swarm. That would be 1d8 plus 2d6. So that is 20 damage plus 3 for 23. And then we roll.
Yep.
23, 24 plus 5, 29. And then another one of these. 1. Total of 30 points of damage.
30. Okay.
That's me.
Does Hammy?
I instruct him to attack with a bonus action, and this turn I bonus action next.
Okay. Okay. Goods to know. All right. So then this thing is up, and it is going to try to make its attacks, and it does not. So then this thing will be up, and it will try to make its attacks. One of those won't, but the tail. Let's go against Vulcan. A 21 to hit you, Vulcan.
Yes.
Oh, for a grand total of Jesus. For a grand total of 8 bludgeoning damage, and give me a strength save.
22.
22. All right, so you avoid being knocked over, but you do take that 8 bludgeoning, which is weak sauce on 2d8. That's okay. All right, Riz, you are up, and I will say, all of them are really close. That's all I'm going to say.
All of them are close, huh?
Yeah, like all of them are within fireball distance, I'd say that. You
You know what? Fuck it. I cast Pitbull.
cast Pitbull?
Fireball.
Fireball. All All right. So that makes dex saves for them, right?
Let's see. 20, yes, dexterity saving throw.
First one is a 3. Second one is a 5.
Yeah, that passes.
And the
Yep.
last one is technically a 0.
Nice. All right. 8d6.
All right. How much damage, Daniel?
I'm rolling it in D&D Beyond. I have a baby in my hand and I can't roll.
D&D.
Damage, Daniel. Back at it again with the fireball.
If I could, I would so set up in like a macro to run every time he rolls fireball damage that it just starts playing that Pitbull song.
So we just select 8d6 through D&D Beyond.
Yes.
Yeah, for one, you could click on the spell itself, but for
I
two,
did.
Is it doing? It's probably doing.
Oh,
that
there's an
crap.
8d6 button. Gotcha. 30.
there you go. Okay. So what you successfully do is all three of them. You end up taking all of them out with this massive fireball that comes out, but because you're not an evocation wizard, right?
No.
Yeah. So that means everybody on the boat, I need you to make dex saves.
15, guys. Uh-oh.
5.
So, Vulcan, you are going to take 30 fire damage.
17.
Hold on, because D&D
Okay,
Beyond's
so
being
you're going to
dumb.
take half.
24.
24, you're going to take
Can I
half.
use Stone Endurance?
Okay. And what does that do?
Reduces damage to me dealt by reduces damage by 1d12 plus 3.
Beautiful.
19.
Okay. So it looks like everybody but Vulcan passed. Skip, what did you get?
25.
25. All right, so all of you guys take 15 except for Vulcan, who takes 20. So you guys successfully beat these. What the hell am I stepping on? Sorry. You guys successfully beat these 3 giant alligator-looking things, but your boat is now on fire. But luckily, you are within about 120 feet of this temple thing, so you can at least row your boat ashore.
Can I cast Ray of Frost on it to unfire it?
To unfire it, to douse the flames?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I would say create water.
English hard.
I have, I have
I
create water.
unfire the boat.
I unfire the boat.
I wish to speak languages.
I
I
used
can't read them.
I
Charles, just
wish to use
go for
words.
it.
Yeah, if you're using create water, go for it. Any attempt to unfire the boat is welcome. But you guys do manage, like with Vulcan and Marion frequently trying everything they can to unfire the boat. You guys do get the flames put out, and you guys do pull up on the shore of this little island that has this temple in it, and that is a good spot to end for tonight. So usually, for you guys at home, we end with a little bit of an announcement. To before you guys leave, he apparently reaches to cut off a fresh piece of barbecue gator, which I fully support. And because we live where we do and at our state fair, that is an actual option. I can tell you from experience, it is delicious.
Yeah, we have a restaurant that has alligator.
Yeah, it's
here.
it is great.
It's,
but
it's
anyway.
Drew Brees' restaurant.
That's awesome. But this is usually where we do some announcements. So I will start it off by saying next week on Wednesday, we are starting yet another campaign. Mr. Ken down there is going to DM for us on that one. That one is called Kinship's Destiny. Ken, you want to tell the audience just a little Reader's Digest version about what that's going to be?
Yeah, it's basically the Shattered Obelisk campaign.
That is the real Reader's Digest version. It is basically going to be Mines of Phandelver, the Shattered Obelisk, the extended Shattered or Mines of Phandelver campaign. But
Yeah,
Ken is
first
also,
through 12th.
Yeah.
So first through 12th level, and since the majority of the players have already been through it, there have been tweaks to it. The main storyline is always going to be the same. I mean, it's a classic, starter adventure, and it's basically going to run the same. It's just for those individuals who know what traps are coming up, know what this coming up, or know what that's coming up. Things will be in different places, or they'll just be completely different traps or something like that. But again, it's just going to run the same. And the nicest thing about this entire game, again, we kind of modified the beginning a little bit, and the entire party is basically just a big group of young friends that have all grown up together in a very small town, right on the Neverwinter River. And they're going to head out for their very first adventure, hopefully, but they could always go left and decide they want to go do something else. So whatever they want to do, because it is in Forgotten Realms, so they can do whatever they want to do.
And we are very excited because in that, Lily and Charles, it is actually going to be their first full-on campaign, I believe, with you guys, right? Your first full-length campaign. That, and reason number the second to get excited is the fact that we are playing this with Ken, who has, as the DM, who has been playing Dungeons and Dragons since 1979. He has said frequently, which means he knows more about D&D than I will ever learn, or he's forgotten more about D&D than I will learn. And I'm really
you just have to learn to read.
Yeah,
But that's why they call it the Forgotten Realms.
No, I love
New Age DMs that just comes in, and I never read stuff. Reading is hard, especially when you read for a living. I definitely don't want to do it at home. But anywho, so that's going to be really exciting to see where he takes us. I'm sure we'll go past 12 with any stories that he writes and gets us to places.
Yeah, if we do get all the way to 12 and the individuals want to continue on, there's a lot of things in Forgotten Realms that we can go beat up on. And there's also, I've already tentatively planned an adventure that I know that definitely nobody has gone in on.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited, man.
The 12th to 15th level or 12th to 16th level, something like that, that they can participate in if they would like to.
I'm very excited. General Medicus, do you have anything happening in the Dimensional Dial that you want to talk about?
I believe this week, Wednesday, we will be doing another. We will for sure be doing part 2 of Oz's Unmasked one shot in the Dimensional Dial Wednesday one shots. I gotta double check with him though. Thursday, we return to Tales of Varden. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful things happening there. We are on a 2-week break from Edge of the Empire, so not this week, not next week, but the week after. There will be some Edge of the Empire, back into some Star Wars stuff.
Star Wars. Very good. I do recommend you guys go check out their channel too. It is excellent. Matt is a terrifying DM because if you can't tell by his tone, that is pretty much how he DMs, which has made me more uncomfortable than any other DM I've had. Because I
will
just don't
say,
know anything that's happening with him. Ever.
if I may, over this 2-week hiatus for Edge of the Empire, Daddy Tarzan 82855, the GM for that, has put out an open casting call for some people to take part in that campaign, as some players have some things going on recently, like me, so they are unable to play. Yeah, so if people are interested, I believe that he has asked them to reach out to him on Instagram.
On the Instas.
Once again, Daddy Tarzan 82855. He's the gorgeous man with long hair that does werewolf content and stuff, and he's just, yeah, he's hot.
He is a daddy for sure. All right. Anybody else? Any announcements? Civvy, what do you got?
Same one that I always have. I have toiled and made some films that are on my YouTube under Lady Lily. If anyone would like to check them out, one in particular, I actually star in. So if you'd like to see me get beat up a little bit, that's a perfect place to go. Also, I have a scar on my hand from making that film from the first day of shooting. So please go watch it. Thank you.
Very good. Awesome. Awesome. So with that, I do encourage you guys go check out the other creators' content. It is wonderful. You can find most of us on the TikToks. You can find good stuff there. But for tonight, thank you guys for watching. Matt, thanks for coming in, albeit a little late, but I still appreciate it. And you guys watching at home, I appreciate all of you guys. And with that, we will bring this particular session of Age of the Forsaken to a close, and we will see you guys next Monday at 9 p.m. Central. Thank you very much, and I will see you guys all next week. Bye.
I'm waving, I swear.